But these two teams have become close, dear, personal friends, not just over the postseason, but in the offseason as well. They faced off in an exhibition, so they know both sides. Here's a look at the batting order for West Virginia. Friday against Binghamton, 9 hits, 8 walks, 2 hit batters, scored 10 runs in the regional opener. We'll see Nate Harris get the ball for Kentucky. Harris missed about a month due to shoulder issues. This will be his 3rd game back. Last time out against Arkansas, 3 shutout innings. The sophomore right-hander from Yorkville, Illinois, 4-2 with a 5.53.
Now this is what you play for. All the work in the fall, the winter, spring, a chance to be on this stage. What a moment.
Kentucky is the home team here in game number 2, day 2, I should say, of the regional, and game number 2, and a first pitch strike into Matt Einish. 300 hitter with 4 home runs. And the breaking ball stroked to center field. Jace Tarnish, excuse me, is there. And 1 down.
About a 3-pitch mix you'll see from the right-hander. Nate Harris was a Friday night starter. As you mentioned, those 3 weeks he had to take off due to injury. Came back against the Florida Gators on a Sunday. Could not get out of the first inning, but that pitch arsenal has improved. Head coach Nick Mingione very much liking what his right-hander has looked like in preparation these last couple of weeks. You'll see that fastball in the low 90s, a little adrenaline flowing tonight.
There's Gavin Kelly for West Virginia, and a first pitch strike on the edge. Kelly, sophomore from up the road in Pittsburgh. Versatile defensive player, can play anywhere, can hit anywhere. First team all Big 12 out of Central Catholic. Up and in with the fastball at 95.
Again, that's going to be on the high side here for Harris. We'll see what the command looks like. Obviously, a lot of emotion here. The 1-0 game, both teams trying to get out to the early advantage.
Kelly 1 for 4 in the win against Binghamton, as that one runs in on him. 7 hits in 6 postseason games. West Virginia is looking for its 3rd straight regional final. They only had 4 as a program before 2024. Last year, these two teams met to decide the Clemson Regional. And West Virginia hosting for the 3rd time ever. 1955 and 2019. The Mountaineers have yet to win a home regional. Rocketed to right. Braxton Van Cleve still going back, and almost got fooled by that one, but the late adjustment enough to haul it in.
Yeah, that ball had a little bit extra life on it. Saw it earlier this afternoon that even with the wind swirling a little bit, outfielders needed to be mindful. Drifted a little bit more than you'd like there, but ends up hauling it in for out number 2.
A little surprised that West Virginia was able to pound out 10 runs on 9 hits, and Kelly and Schoenfeld to combine to go just 2 for 5. Paul Schoenfeld, the center fielder, had 1 hit. Ooh. Nate Harris with the breaking ball. And the home plate umpire A.J. Wendell said he missed with it. Schoenfeld's been an extra base machine, but this one will die in the glove of center fielder Jace Tarnish. 1, 2, 3 frame. All 3 coming in the air. Just 9 pitches needed for Nate Harris. To the bottom of the 1st inning, it'll be Jace Tarnish to get things started for Kentucky in a ballpark that is absolutely jam-packed. They are watching for free up on the hill down the right field line. And this is a guy worth the price of admission. Big 12 Pitcher of the Year, Max Yale. Yale comes into this game with Big 12 best 8 wins and 7th in the league in ERA. 6'6", 235. Big dude from Portville, New York, who was also a high school basketball standout. A whip of just 1.06. He has K'd 95 in 79 innings.
Again, 3rd West Virginia Mountaineer to win the Big 12 Pitcher of the Year award. Harrison Musgrave in 2013, Alec Manoah in 2019. Again, you're going to see a lot of fury, mid-90 fastball, slider, curve. This is the lineup be trying to oppose him. Jace Tarnish, of course, the hero from yesterday in the 9th inning, getting into scoring position, scoring on the wild pitch. But Luke Lawrence, after taking 97 miles an hour off the knee, is going to find his way back in the lineup as a designated hitter in his customary 3 spot.
There was some fear that he may be out for some time when he got that hit yesterday, that hit in the knee, and ended up going for X-rays, which turned out negative. 8 quality starts for Maxiell and 4 shutout starts. He begins with Jace Tarnish. And Tarnish laces the first into the weeds on the hill.
Now, Kentucky has had great opportunities this year against elite left-handed pitching. They are 12-4 when facing a left-handed starter in 2026.
And they have faced plenty of elite pitching in the SEC. They've also played in front of plenty of big crowds. Last night we had 4,100 in the building. It was electric, but of note, Kentucky has played every road game in the SEC in front of a crowd of 5,000 or more. So this atmosphere shouldn't be too much for the Cats. As impressive as it looks on television, 2-1.
It's a confident group. There's an edge to this Wildcat bunch. And it's a big 3 at the top of this lineup that have provided that high level of expectation.
They love to run, leading the SEC in stolen bases, and Tarnish is their leader with 31 swipes. Ahead in the count now, 3-1. Tarnish's lone hit against Wake was the 9th inning single that set the stage for his base running heroics.
And some to find early here. Nate Harris, very effective in his top half. Maxiell, kind of that freight train. You get it going, it takes some time maybe in that 1st or 2nd inning to get things just the way you want it. But after that, if you haven't gotten to him, very tough customer to beat.
Payoff is fouled off. Heads up. Got him off the rail quickly, didn't it?
It sure did. Head on a swivel.
Maxiell began the season as the Sunday starter and then worked his way into the ace position. He didn't have a start until this year, coming off of Tommy John last year from the fall of 24. And his best start, it's a complete game against Kansas. He went 124 pitches, struck out 9, allowed 1 earned run. After the 7th inning, his head coach, "You doing good?" "Yeah, it's my game." After the 8th, "You've done enough. It's my game," with an expletive mixed in there. 9th pitch, check swing, didn't go.
That's an incredible start by Jace Tarnish, the junior, making Maxiell work. You be the judge. Looks like he held just enough. And the leadoff man aboard. A 9-pitch AB. Nate Harris needed just 9 pitches to get all 3 outs in the top half of this one.
Well, this is the matchup that you come to the ballpark to see. Tyler Bell will be a 1st-round pick in the draft this summer. He's a first-team All-SEC shortstop, and he's matching up with the Big 12 pitcher of the year.
Best on best. You talk about a serious competitor with the guy who is laser focused. That is Tyler Bell.
0 for 3, a hit by pitch and a walk. Yale keeping Tarnish close. He's got 31 bags on the season, and his base running won the game for Kentucky yesterday. Bell likes to hit against heat. He's batting over 400 against fastballs. All 7 of his home runs have come against the heat. And a breaking ball to start him off.
Kentucky has been extremely successful when getting the early lead. 21-9 when they score first, just 10-11 when their opponents do. And big reason why that run game early and often.
Bell was a 2nd-round pick in 24 by the Rays, coming out of high school at Lincoln Way East in Frankfort, Illinois. He turned on the draft with a slot value in the 7 figures to come to Kentucky. He was the highest drafted player in 24 to attend college. Tarnish was leaning, and he was fooled by the movement from Yale. But Bell decided to attend college, and he told us yesterday, or a couple days ago, he said, I knew my development would look like in the pro game, but I needed to learn how to win as a team, and my goal was to come to Kentucky to win a national championship.
Well, showing some elite patience right now and just trying to feel out Max Yale. And the big lefty, a little erratic here, trying to find that location. Good visit right here by Gavin Kelly.
What are you seeing from Yale so far?
Well, just a little quick, right? You know, this is a big game. It's a big atmosphere. A lot of adrenaline on the line here. Easier said than done to stay in your delivery. Like where Gavin's at, kind of seeing his big lefty just being a little quick to the plate, try and calm him down, get him back level into his delivery.
Well, it's been a long year for Yale to get to the top of the mountain. As I mentioned, he was the Sunday starter, slowly worked his way in to the ace of this staff. And last time out against Kansas State back on May 21st, he went 6 1/3, struck out 7. He's allowed 3 home runs over his last 2 starts. That was against K-State and TCU. The gem on the road at Kansas came 3 starts ago.
A little equipment adjustment here for Gavin Kelly and the gear.
Yale has been great in the early outset. He's given up a first-inning run only once this season. That was against Arizona State back in late March. 3-0. Gave him the edge. A.J. Wendell's got the plate.
Something to monitor here, too. Striking a ground ball is what you're trying for if you're Max Yale, so you get back into the count here. Still a dangerous threat. He's owned righty so far this year. Yale has a .79 average against.
And Yale has battled back to take the count full. Payoff to Bell will wait. Another lob over. We still haven't seen the good move from Max Yale yet, although he did fool Tarnish earlier in this at bat when he was coming home.
Yeah, I can understand the wariness here and wanting to try and keep that double play in order as well.
And there's the double play opportunity. Kresser muffs it. They get nothing. And everybody's safe for a West Virginia defense that leads the Big 12 in fielding percentage. And the early opportunity goes by the wayside.
Boy, and that's the guy you wanted to hit to as well. One of the leaders on this team, and it's tailor-made. You forget priority 1. Field it first. Almost taking his eye off it because it was right to him. He knew he made the mistake. Early break goes to Kentucky.
West Virginia has committed a Big 12 low 38 errors on this season. We'll see if Kentucky can cash in with this one. Luke Lawrence to the plate. The 2 on and the base is empty. Lawrence at .340 average with 3 home runs. He's driven in 41. He's top 10 in the SEC and hit by pitches and sacrifices. Got hit in the knee in advance of his 6th inning walk last night. Had to take him for x-rays. It turned out negative, and you can see the pad on his left knee now. Here's how it played out. High on the ouch factor.
I mean, we heard it plain as day all the way up here, and when you watch a replay in slow motion, it just doesn't even do it justice how much pain that he was in. Immediately crumples to the ground, but as tough as it comes to be back in there tonight.
Squares again and takes again, and now 2-0. And every close call is a referendum from one side or the other.
Still, yet again, your 3-hole hitter, unconventional, trying to move the runners over, and I'm going to get a visit here. I don't blame head coach Steve Sabins for going out there. And what you don't want to have happen is have Max Yale get ultimately frustrated the calls aren't going his way. Kind of stay in your rhythm here. You got the ground ball you needed, mistake behind you, but you got to pick your guys up. Still have a chance to get a pair right here.
Steve Sabins in his second season as a head coach was an assistant to Randy Mazey for 9 years. They're no longer co-workers, but they're still neighbors. And some early loosening in the home dugout.
I think this is just, again, one of those times to just settle your big lefty down and allow it to go.
(2-0) to Lawrence after the visit. He showed bunt twice already and pulls back again. This time he takes a strike. Neither side appreciates the strike zone of A.J. Wendell. And now Gavin Kelly will step out and relay some infield signs with 2 on. Kentucky loves to run. Last night, the payoff, yesterday I should say, was a steal of third that came on a delayed steal. Now with the bunt defense, they've got Tyrus Hall standing right in front of the bag, so that's not in play here.
Now, I think if it does happen, Max Yale going to have priority to the third base line. You've got Bell over at first, speeder runner, so Guzman's going to have to be very alert crashing from the first base side.
Lawrence pushes it foul. From 2-0 to 2-2. Lawrence has hit safely now in 9 of his last 11. He came in with a .357 average in the month of May. He is squared with 2 strikes. See if we get a slash. And he takes ball 3.
Well, now if you're Max Yale, you have to have some sort of challenge fastball here. And unlikely you see Lawrence give himself up in a full count. Be mindful of location here.
Full count to 3 straight batters for Yale. Caught a stitch to stay alive. West Virginia saw plenty of Luke Lawrence last year in the Clemson Regional. He went 7 for 18. He was named to the regional team. That was a series that went to West Virginia in the final after Kentucky had eliminated the host team. Transfer from Illinois State. Lawrence has 253 career Division I hits. Ton of experience at the plate. Ground ball to the right side. Kresser reaches glove, shuffles, and they get the first out of the inning, but it's a productive one for Lawrence.
Yeah, still gets the runners over. Job well done. Kresser gets the first out, but man, a very, very tough and laborious first inning here for Max Yale. 22 pitches, and the top 3 in this Kentucky lineup doing what they did yesterday, really making Chris Lavonis the starter work. Now turning the trick here already in the bottom of the first.
Here's Hudson Brown, 1 for 2 yesterday. The first pitch breaking ball misses low and away. Sophomore from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Brown's average jumps against lefties. He's got reverse splits, and he wears that one in the elbow guard. And that is the 127th hit batter for Kentucky this season. That is 7th most in the country. Nick Mingione's going to go have a word with Hudson Brown.
This one could not have felt good, and it's where it catches him. Yet again, just a little bit off center, but man alive.
I thought that caught the guard. It did not.
Forearm.
Yep.
And that one is going to tighten up very quickly. We're talking with him before the game, and he said, I got to do a wellness check every day with some of these guys.
Well, Brown turned into the sheriff yesterday when Jackson Jelkin allowed a home run late in the game to Andrew Costello of Wake Forest. There was some chirping going on. And Brown turned to the Wake hitter and said, you got to keep moving and shut your mouth. Second most wins in program history for head coach Nick Mingione. Kentucky allowed 3 home runs yesterday. Breaking ball in for a strike to greet Ethan Hindle.
If you're Hindle, it's a one-track mind approach. You've got to see the ball up. Try everything you can to at least drive this thing to the outfield.
11 home runs on the season. 3 have come in this month. He had a great series against Arkansas to close the regular season. 8 for 13, couple of doubles and a home run for the junior, Delafield, Wisconsin. Fouled off.
Probably the best breaking ball from Yale so far tonight. Much more composed in the delivery. Can go right back to it if he wants.
And the 1-2. Check swing. John Brammer says he didn't go.
He decided to go elevated. Another check swing. He didn't go. But now you got an opportunity to come back down with some off speed.
29th pitch of the opening frame for Max Yale. Another check swing. Didn't go again. Mountaineer Nation in disbelief.
Almost a carbon copy. That one maybe just a tad more than what he had before.
Good call.
I think so.
4th full count to 5 batters face. And a line drive to center field. This will start the carousel. Run home. Here comes the second. The throw to third. He is out there. And Ethan Hindle with a 2-run double to get the scoring started for Kentucky.
Well, you love the aggressiveness, and a call that doesn't go Max Yale's way ends up providing a run-scoring opportunity. And Kentucky with the first 2 of the night out at third. Well done by Schoenfeld, having a heads-up view there to at least get 1 out, but some damage early. And pitch 31 from Max Yale on the way.
They are making him work. This is Braxton Van Cleve, back from a scary injury in the regular season series finale against Arkansas. That's why he's got the face mask on the helmet. Freshman from Arlington, Texas. Tough dude, high school quarterback. It's already a season high runs allowed in the first inning for Max Yale.
And a bit concerning too, just the amount of pitches and the fastball command eluding him so far.
Van Cleve drives it to deep right field. Lumsden will watch it sail. It's a 2-run home run for Braxton Van Cleve. Got a touch first. It's the only thing that went wrong on that swing.
What a statement here in the first inning. Braxton Van Cleve, reservations for 2 and a no-doubt blast off the Big 12 Pitcher of the Year. A 4 spot with authority from the Wildcats.
That is just the 6th home run allowed by Max Yale this season. Nick Mingione telling us before the game today, we're a program that has to play with an edge. We do it for us. We don't care about the opponent. It's what gets our guys going, and I allow my guys latitude in that. And we're seeing it already in the first inning. Here's Carson Hansen.
Max Yale on the razor's edge now of not even having an opportunity to go deep in this game. 35 pitches in action already in the West Virginia bullpen.
Not only would it be shocking if Yale can't make it out of the first, but it would be devastating for a West Virginia staff that's top 10 in the country in ERA if you lose this game and have to go through the elimination side of the bracket.
That's Ian Korn. Now their starters.
Oh, off the helmet of Hansen.
Scary moment here for Carson Hansen, coming right into the living room and just no time to try and get out of the way of it. The wheels coming off here. You could feel the absolute boom from Braxton Van Cleve. He knew it as soon as he got it. Turns to the dugout. Let's go, fellas. Shock and awe here in the first inning in Morgantown.
And a long visit on the mound for Max Yale and the rest of his teammates. The hit batter is the second of the inning. Brown got hit in the forearm, and now Hansen off the helmet.
They may be looking at his arm here. He's coming out. My goodness.
With the trainer next to him. He's already undergone Tommy John. Something wasn't right with Max Yale in this game as he surrenders a first inning high 4 runs and has to throw 37 pitches. And that is of utmost concern for West Virginia, the health of the Big 12 pitcher of the year. And because he's left due to injury, Ian Korn will have all the time that he wants to warm up.
You can see just the distraught nature, just grabbing upwards of the bicep and the tricep region. Uncharacteristic, no question about it, Tom. The fastball command for one of the leaders of this staff. The emotion on his face tells you everything, that not only the disappointment, but some sort of discomfort not allowing him to be able to be free and easy with that delivery.
Korn will continue to loosen in the West Virginia bullpen. He'll be the reliever in the first inning for Max Yale, the Big 12 pitcher of the year, who was left this game due to injury. A distraught Max Yale in the West Virginia dugout, leaving this game with the athletic trainer after 37 pitches and ineffective command with the fastball. His defense didn't do him any favors. They had a tailor-made double play early in this inning to help get him off the field, but that did not take hold. 2 hit batters, a 2-run home run, and Ian Korn, an all-conference reliever, will enter for West Virginia after getting loose in the bullpen due to the injury. What did you see from Max Yale?
Well, I mean, the fastball command is what kind of gives you a little early sign that something wasn't right. But the trainer comes out, and you can kind of see they were looking, I thought initially at the forearm, but then he started grabbing around the bicep and tricep area. When you're thinking about extension, Tom, you know, that's definitely a compromising spot. That if something is amiss there, you're not able to finish the delivery. That would explain why the fastball command, at least, was incredibly erratic. And it bears repeating, you don't have the Big 12 pitcher of the year and that kind of dominance come out and have just a really, really tough time trying to get into the strike zone the way we saw it transpire.
He had 5 3-ball counts of 7 batters faced, and Van Cleve wasn't one of those who ambushed him for a 2-run home run. Well, the strength of this program for West Virginia lies in the staff as a whole, and Ian Korn a big part of that. Now it's up to Korn to give them as much as they can. Against Kansas, he went for 5 2/3 in a start. He can give them some length. That was back on May 23rd in the series in Lawrence.
And again, transfer from Seton Hall, you know, knowing that you come in and already have this kind of ability, but this is nowhere near Ian Korn's mind coming into tonight. Hey, I'm ready to watch our big guy go out there, and now the wheels start to turn of I got to get it going. Always a tough spot to come in right here to try and stem the tide.
Senior from York, PA, making his 20th appearance. He's 5-1 with a 2.57 and almost a 6-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
If you're kind of playing along here, if things would have gone the way West Virginia hoped at the beginning of the night, this would have been your guy tomorrow. In some capacity starting, whether it be a chance to punch your ticket to Super Regionals or stay alive. But hold the phone. We got a lot still to go here. And already 4 runs home for Kentucky. An incredible statement to start this one tonight.
So after the delay due to injury and Yale leaving, after 37 pitches in 2/3 of an inning, Caden Cloud comes to the plate. He's moved up the spot in the order thanks to a 1-for-3 with a big double yesterday. He's taking all the way and looks at a strike.
You get more of a fastball slider combination from the righty. Again, a little bit of an uptick in velo, 92 to 95, but has been pretty solid against right-handers at 212 average against.
He pitched to a 2.16 ERA in league play for the best pitching staff in the Big 12.
Starting to get a little outside corner here too. Interested to see how that transpires now for both sides.
Runner on the move and a foul tip. Cloud, the freshman from Nixa, Missouri, stands 6'1", 195. He was in a bit of a slump going into that at bat early in the game yesterday. Was just 1 for his previous 16 with 10 strikeouts following a 7-game hit streak. Just 2 for 21 in the month of April, and he hits this one hard on the screws, but right at the left fielder, Matthew Gravely. Kentucky sends 8 to the plate in the first inning. It's their highest scoring first inning all season, and it came against the Big 12 Pitcher of the Year. Cats swinging some hot bats. Hindle drives in a pair. Van Cleve does the same with a shot over the wall. 4-0 UK. Max Yale has left the building, headed to the locker room with the training staff for further evaluation after leaving the game what seemed like a shoulder or tricep injury. And Kentucky has had success against aces. Chris Lavonis, one of the best pitchers in the country, gave up 2 hits and a run, and they were able to knock him out after just 5 innings.
That's been the consistency of the approach. Kentucky grinding at bats. Back-to-back days here where they have been successful.
Sean Smith leads off the second, and Nate Harris has now been gifted a 4-run advantage. Smith from Moss Point, Mississippi. And he gets hit. 3rd hit batter of the game, 2 for Kentucky, 1 for Mountaineers.
Boy, the last thing you want to do, and this is also something to monitor as well as you take another look at it. Yep, right off the hand. A long time in between. Nate Harris having a very crisp 9-pitch first inning. Long time to sit. Where will his cadence and rhythm be? Well, off to an ominous start with a leadoff hit by pitch.
And the dangerous Matthew Gravely, who went yard yesterday against Binghamton with a 2-run home run. And 157 starts over 3 seasons with Ohio State. He was on the Big Ten freshman team in 23, the senior from Centerville, Ohio, out of Centerville High School. Scouting report on Gravely says he's got elite pitch recognition. And it went upstairs 2-0. Owen Jenkins is going to have a discussion with Nate Harris.
You've just reignited the Mountaineer fan base here and probably stoked a little fire in that West Virginia dugout. You needed a little bit of a spark. You'll take the gift and the hit by pitch. And they said it, that long layoff in between Yale having to be taken out, Ian Korn getting as much time as he needed, and that 4-run first. And Nate Harris going to have to kind of reel it in here.
Home run for Graveline was his 6th of the year. He had a great start to the season in early spring, and then Big 12 pitching made some adjustments when they got the book on him. And was exposed facing really good pitching. Out at straight back on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
Now you mentioned the homer from Graveline, and I mean, look at this pitch. I mean, that was big boy territory. Backspinned it. Continued the scoring there for West Virginia. They'll need that and more here tonight.
And he went fishing for that one. And the same first base umpire saw a bunch of check swings for Kentucky, sees it the other way to the dismay of Mountaineer Nation.
Well, Graveline didn't have a real big reaction to the contrary, so maybe he thought he did. If I thought I didn't go, I would have sold it a little harder, but that's a big first out there for Nate Harris.
Armani Guzman had a big hit in the regional final against Kentucky last year. He's a .295 hitter. And 35 driven in for the junior from New York. Low to Guzman, honorable mention all Big 12. He played his high school ball in the hills of North Georgia, Raven Gap Nakuchi School. While he was in the Empire State, he was rated the #9 prospect in his class in New York. Right down Broadway, 93. And Guzman was the MVP of the Clemson Regional last year. Game-winning hit 364 days ago against Kentucky, 4 for 5 with 3 driven in. He wasn't even starting until late in the year. Got a couple of hits in the Big 12 tournament and a blowout loss to Arizona. That got him a spot in the regular lineup for the NCAA tournament. And it's a 6-game postseason hit streak. Those are loud numbers.
Yeah, and it's been to all parts of the ballpark, too. He's been an igniter, an energy force for this Mountaineer lineup, no question about it.
Fouled it off. 2 years ago, he only had 2 starts. He was mostly used just as a pinch runner. Now he's an all-conference performer. Program high number of all-conference Big 12 selections for West Virginia. They put the shift on with 2 strikes. Floats inside, full count.
Well, they're doing a great job of continuing to try, and I guess we all are learning the strike zone tonight. What looks like a strike is not consistently thus far, so a little bit of a recon mission for both sides to see where they're going to be able to generate strikes.
Outfield shifted him the opposite way. Infield to pull, and little flare, and he beats the shift. Hindle was on the move due to the runner going. Smith ends up at third, and Kentucky moved out of position due to the base runner.
You could not have put that in a better spot. Give him 100 swings. Could he hit it there twice? Look at that. Just the wrong step. Incredible luck right there, because if he's static, then perhaps that's doubling him off.
And pardon me, that wasn't Hindle, that was Cloud, who had been playing third and moved over to the right side to get into the shift. So an opportunity for the Mountaineers, runners at the corners and 1 down, and Brody Kresser at the plate. It's not a West Virginia offense that has a ton of pop, 14th in the Big 12 in home runs, but they know how to score.
He'd love nothing more than to atone for the error up the middle. Speaking of, shift over to the left side now.
Kresser, senior from Jessup, Iowa. Runner goes from first. They'll let him go, and it's a stolen base for Armani Guzman. Now 2 in scoring position. Big opportunity for Brody Kresser. There are more people in this ballpark tonight than his entire hometown. Jessup, Iowa, population 2,500. Heads up.
A little Bronx cheer from the West Virginia faithful.
And the Kentucky dugout giving it back. They take pride in not moving. That's why their hit by pitches are so high. And they say we don't come off the rail either.
Well, less than 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Must find a way to manufacture at least one here.
The atmosphere in this ballpark feels like a must-win Game 7.
Totally agree.
There's wiggle room. Both of these teams come in at 1-0. You wouldn't know it by the juice in the house. Kresser, tapper back to the mound. Chance for a rundown. Smith left early, and they get him at third.
That is a mental mistake from Sean Smith. Again, you're told beforehand, ball's either going to get by the pitcher if you're going to go there, but now you're hung out in no man's land, even worse. You lose the runner closest to home, and now an out at any base where Kentucky and Nate Harris could avoid any damage.
Well, here's a guy that did some surprise damage last night. Ben Lumsden hit his first home run of the season, a 3-run shot early in the game to give West Virginia control against Binghamton, and he has had some postseason success. Senior from T.L. Mann High School, Simpsonville, South Carolina. Last year he had a 2-run home run in Game 2 of the Baton Rouge Super. And we're joking with Steve Sabins, like, hey, that was a great coaching move to put him in, and he just shrugged and he said, this guy's different in the postseason now.
A heck of a time for that big jolt for sure.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Jenkins stays in front of it.
Well, if nothing else, after 9 pitches in the first, 20 thus far, pitch 21 and number 30 of the night coming from Nate Harris. Nothing across just yet for the Mountaineers, but they've certainly made Harris work here.
Two and two. So the last 2 tournament games that Lumsden played, homered in both.
Well, left-handers have crushed Nate Harris with runners in scoring position, a .353 average in that category this year. What a time for Ben Lumsden to come through yet again.
Ground ball to the right side, Hindle. And Kentucky gets out of trouble. 2 on and nobody out. West Virginia can't get anybody in. 4-0 Cats. If you're just joining us, it was a disastrous bottom of the first for West Virginia. A booted double play ball sent things sideways, and then Kentucky was able to take advantage of it. Ethan Hindle, 2-run single. Braxton Van Cleve leaves this one over the wall and right for a 2-run home run. And then the next batter is the second one hit by a pitch in the first inning from Max Yale, who left the game due to injury.
Just a debilitating start here, and one that no one, at least in the West Virginia dugout, anticipated coming. Steve Sabins now forced to run Ian Korn out here for at least some length to try and keep West Virginia in this one.
Catcher Owen Jenkins leads off the second for Kentucky. He was 0 for 4 yesterday, freshman from Lexington. Facing reliever Ian Korn, and this ball is into the glove of Kresser. Korn was playing Division II ball last year at Seton Hill. He was the Division II National Player of the Year, first team All-American. Conference Pitcher of the Year, Male Athlete of the Year, 18 starts over 4 seasons at Seton Hill before coming to West Virginia. Back to the top of the order, Jace Tarnish. And Tarnish sends a line drive to right.
Top of this Kentucky lineup so far here this weekend has really been the driving force. And Tarnish, again, with the speed and the elite stolen base threat, only caught 4 times in his career. Looking to set the table here yet again.
They keep the pedal down, or they give Tyler Bell a chance to hit?
Well, you can probably give Tyler Bell at least a pitch, but now with the righty on the mound, that changes everything.
How so?
Well, for instance, if I'm Max Yale, the lefty, I can vary the moves, and Tarnish probably a little more of a one-way lead. But now a chance to kind of gain an extra step.
Not going, and in for a strike to Tyler Bell, draft eligible sophomore. He'll go in the first round. He missed 14 games early in the season due to a shoulder injury. Could have shut it down and prepared for the draft, where a number of teams told Nick Mingione, the Kentucky head coach, that if Bell didn't take another swing all season, he'd still be a first rounder.
Remarkable, right?
Guzman had to switch out Leather. Two bags for Tarnish last night, or yesterday I should say, was the difference in the win against Wake. Kentucky trailed 3-0 early and came back to win.
A pretty concerted effort here, and you can understand why. 9th inning yesterday, perfect example of once Tarnish gets in scoring position, Kentucky usually cashes it in.
Kelly has thrown out 11 out of 30 this year. And a line drive to right field. Tarnish stops at second. Cats again have traffic on the base path.
Just a professional at bat, basically, from Tyler Bell right there. Elevated in the zone. This is silky smooth right here. Nice and quiet. Yeah, we'll take a little cement mixer out over the outer part of the plate. First and second yet again. Now will Luke Lawrence elect to swing it? Will he be bunting again?
He's one of the best bunters on this Kentucky team. Tied for second in the SEC in sacrifices, but he takes here and looks at a strike. This essentially has turned into a start for Ian Korn, who's got 3 starts under his belt this season, and has given him length in some relief appearances as well.
Now for him, you're again trying to get that proverbial ground ball just to at least try and induce the inning-ending double play, but excellent speed on both base paths here.
Off of his foot. Eight of the first 11 for the Cats have reached base already.
Already 6 ABs with runners on, and hits in half of those instances as well.
Letter high.
Now, if you're playing along at home, Gavin Kelly, chance to change some eye level here. Middle of the lineup. Left-handed hitters with runners in scoring position. Ian Korn has been elite. .88 average against.
And now 2-2.
So you've come upstairs with a fastball. You can go off speed here, but if you do, it has got to be down. And if If you're going to go down and in, be very careful.
Kentucky loves to run. SEC best 125 swipes. Lawrence is DHing today. He's been their starting second baseman, but still limited due to that shot to the knee yesterday. So they want to use some caution and not be limited defensively. See the pad on the left knee where he took a mid-90s fastball yesterday.
97 straight to it.
Here's the payoff.
Well, I'd say the level of concern when you look at the Big 12 leader in team ERA right now with West Virginia. Of course, we saw the injury to Yale, but Ian Korn from 0-2 to 3-2, and just another example of the consistency of the Kentucky at-bats and executing that approach.
Again, the 3-2. And fouls another one off. Kentucky is masterful at working counts and getting pitch counts up. And Luke Lawrence is a tough dude, hockey player. Was the Chicago Catholic Hockey League MVP, playing for Brother Rice back in high school.
That's the 46th pitch between Max Yale and Ian Korn, only 24 strikes. And when you work from behind, that is a real pressure cooker, especially already down 4.
Lifted to right field. Lumsden pushed all the way back. It's over his head and off the fence. Headed to third is Tarnish. Bell is on his heels. They'll send Tarnish, and he's able to score and stop Bell at third. Run scoring double for Luke Lawrence.
That ball just kept carrying. And so far here in Morgantown, when you've gotten it to the gaps in left and right center, this is absolutely crushed, but continues to go even further than maybe expected. And it's a scene out of Major League as Tarnish has to make sure it's down. He almost hesitates too much, allowing an opportunity to get him at home, but he scampers down. And we are second and third with Kentucky up 5, looking for more.
This is Hudson Brown. And he looks at a first pitch strike. West Virginia has trailed by 4 in the NCAA tournament 29 times since 1955. They've only come back to win 4 of those, but 1 was against Kentucky in the 13-12 regional final last year. Back in 1955, they trailed Wake Forest 6-2 after 2 innings and won 9-7. But it will be a tall mountain to climb for the Mountaineers, already down by 5.
You would love nothing more than a strikeout if you're Ian Korn to at least swing the pendulum back in your favor. Steve Savins bringing the infield in now to try and cut down that 6th run.
And they've done it with the shift. Oh, another hit batter. 3rd of the game for Kentucky, and Brown loses the gear. Cats have loaded the bases.
Well, 2 perspectives here. This is surreal, watching West Virginia, who has been one of the best pitching staffs in the country. And Max Yale unglued with command. Ian Korn has had his issues thus far, and here we go again, another bases loaded situation for Kentucky.
Second time Brown has been plucked. Tyler Bell's the runner at third. He reached via single. Luke Lawrence had an RBI double. He's now standing at second. And Hudson Brown plunked for the second time in this one. Second time Hindle has come up with the bases loaded. Delivered a 2-run single in the first. Strike one to Hindle.
Now infield up the middle is back and shifted to the left side. And you're looking for just any out here, trying to at least cut it down at home.
Hindle much better against righties, where he's hitting .317 with an OPS of 1100. And he sends it to short. Einish goes to second for one. Slow developing. Safe at first. It's a run-scoring fielder's choice for Ethan Hindle, who's already driven in 3.
Just too far back right there, and there's a perfect explanation. Just looked like everything was in slow motion, trying to get it, not even handled cleanly to start. No chance to turn it. With the speed of Hindle, he legs it out. That's another run. Wildcats now 6-0 in the bottom of the second.
2 weeks ago, Braxton Van Cleve left the game against Arkansas on a stretcher. Collided with the Arkansas shortstop, Camden Kojal, when he was running the bases. He passed out on the field after the trainer got him to sit up, and then following an 18-minute delay, they put him on the stretcher to get him off. He turned to Nick Mingione. When he got taken off, looked up, and he said, "Did the run score?"
It's no regard for his own well-being. Just making sure the boys got the job done.
Freshman from Mansfield High School in Arlington, Texas. He's batting with the cage on the mask, and on the helmet, I should say, and he's wearing a mask in the field as well. Braxton Van Cleve has been through a lot. He had Tommy John surgery in high school, where he was the quarterback at Mansfield, had 4 Division I wide receivers on his team, and got off to a slow start coming off of Tommy John, and kind of had the double whammy, freshman coming off injury, and was frustrated in the fall. Einish covers it, and that'll close the Kentucky half of the second, but it's another run-scoring frame. They push 2 across. The lead is 6.
West Virginia rallying the troops together to try and get this thing back on the rails. An early 6-0 lead for the Wildcats. And to say stunned is the emotion here would be an understatement. Max Yale, Big 12 Pitcher of the Year, not even making it out of the first. Ian Korn, who would have been slated to go tomorrow in either a regional final opportunity or to keep the season alive, already pressed into duty. Not the way you saw this one start now.
Not at all. This is Tyrus Hall, junior from Victoria, British Columbia. And it's not just the fan base here, but probably the West Virginia dugout a little bewildered and dismayed at the way this thing has started. Hall, the 9-hole hitter, takes a fastball up. Is he taken here?
I would. Down 6, you need traffic. Bottom of the lineup, turn this thing back over to your top 2.
And it's a 4-pitch walk to start the third. First walk issued by Nate Harris, who's also hit about it.
You couldn't ask for a better start if you're Nate Harris. Long wait in that first inning, albeit 4 runs across. You put up a 0 and escape damage in the top, and then 2 more come across. Big shutdown inning opportunity for the Wildcats.
Shortstop Matt Einish. To the breaking ball inside. missed with 5 straight. Make it 6.
You better just stay patient. That's going to bring Dan Roselle to the mound, and for good measure, too. You do not want this building to get back into it. And some Kentucky relievers will now trot down to their bullpen.
The buildup and the excitement is real here in Morgantown. When Coach Saban's got here in 2015 as an assistant, they hadn't been to a regional in 20 years. They cracked through in 17 for the first time in 21. And meeting with the media this week, he said people didn't even know we had a baseball team back then.
They know they got one now.
What does a pitching coach say on a visit like that?
Well, again, a lot of it is predicated off of, hey, how are you? All right, just kind of get a look in the eyes. Calm down, 6-run lead, fill up the zone. Easier said than done.
Yep.
And if I'm West Virginia, I am not doing any favors here. You got to prove or make Harris prove that he can hit back-to-back strikes before you're starting to unleash.
Einish has been in the leadoff spot and at shortstop every game this season. The chase rate is elite. That's in for a strike. Throw to second is not in time, and a stolen base for Hall, his 17th in 20 tries.
You can probably get away with this maneuver here because Harris is not thinking about him at first. He's just trying to get a strike. And so an opportunity to get into scoring position.
This West Virginia roster is primarily made up of transfers who have transferred up, including Einish, who was playing at Ohio. He was second-team All-MAC last year, a .387 hitter. Also a handful of Division II transfers like we've seen from Ian Korn, now on the mound for West Virginia out of the pen.
Well, and Einish, very disciplined hitter. Again, incredibly important to the top of this lineup. Steve Saban's illuminating to us that he also one of the big engines of this offense.
And he goes down looking at 93. Second K for Harris.
Steve Saban's not happy at all. You be the judge. Probably too close to take on full count.
This is Gavin Kelly. And Kelly swings at the first, high fly center, Tarnish at the wall, gone! 2-run home run as Gavin Kelly ambushes Nate Harris's first offering.
Well, you were looking for some inspiration and an igniter. How about the best bolt in your lineup? That'll get it going. The Energizer here, 14th bomb of the season. And how pretty is that swing? Exit stage left. Watch out for the pitch clock. And
Ray's our center field camera guy, and that one almost ended up in his pocket. Ray didn't know he'd have to wear protective gear to shoot from 422 feet away. And you mentioned it, the crowd back into this game, and Paul Schoenfeld, the 3-hole hitter up.
Well, first of all, you go back to walking the 9-hole hitter. Little igniter there, little chance, get into scoring position, force Harris into the stretch.
Schoenfeld serves it to left. And the third inning rolls on with a one-out single.
Now Harris has now kind of fallen into a couple of times pitching behind. That's Ryan Mullen, the junior right-hander, now starting to get warm in a hurry. And West Virginia keep moving the line. Great opposite field approach. And now you're set up with the cleanup man.
Smith was hit by a pitch his first time up. Then he made a base running mistake and was caught off third. Back in the second, West Virginia had 2 on with 1 out. Didn't get anybody home.
How large does that loom right now, considering where you are? Would have been the tying run at the plate.
Well, this is a game of emotion today, given the crowd involvement on both sides, and that pendulum keeps swinging back and forth.
He'll take that fastball. Sean Smith knowing not a pitch he can drive. Good decision to be patient.
Smith had a pair of 3-hit games in the Big 12 tournament from Moss Point, Mississippi and Pascagoula High School. Played at Georgia Southern before coming to Morgantown. And a Pascagoula run will send him right back to the dugout with the 3rd strikeout of the game for Nate Harris.
Now, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And a massive punch out here. Little elevation, ties him up with the heater inside. And momentum back in favor of the right-hander.
West Virginia's been here before, trailed by 5 or plus in 4 of their last 5 postseason games, including that regional final win against Kentucky at Clemson last year.
What a game that was. Talk about a heavyweight fight. Last man standing ended up being the Mountaineers too.
Big difference between the two. That was played at a true neutral fight after Kentucky had eliminated the host Tigers. 0-1 to Matthew Gravlin, who struck out in the first. Hit a 2-run home run against Binghamton yesterday.
Now starting to elevate the pitch count of Nate Harris. 53 pitches now.
Gravlin's seeing a lot of off-speed stuff, and good reason. He's a sub-200 hitter against changeups and 208 against breaking balls. He feasts on fastballs. And he fouls off 92.
Now, let's
take you back. Doug Kinsmore Stadium last year. And Guzman delivered late in the game as West Virginia put together a comeback. He was named the regional MVP, and West Virginia won another regional, advanced to Baton Rouge, where they eventually lost to the national champions.
How about,
it's never been Omaha.
How about 6 runs in the 8th inning to even make that possible? That's just incredible theater there at Clemson.
Schoenfeld the runner at first, 2 down. There he goes. Pitches in for a strike that will end the inning. 3 Ks in this 3rd inning, but Gavin Kelly with home run number 14. Pushing the pitch count up for Harris. They're also putting balls over the wall.
Absolutely. A big blast, and one that finally gets West Virginia feeling good about themselves. Your best guy, your best bolt. We're back in it. 6-2 Cats.
Well, NCAA. Sorry. I lost my card. We were having so much fun. I lost the promo read. Complete coverage of everything happening in the baseball regionals. Head to ncaa.com for the latest news, expert insight, and analysis. Carson Hansen leads off the 3rd. 7-hole hitter, chips 1 foul. Okay, of note, no joking aside, UCLA is the first ever #1 overall seed to lose its opener. So now in Los Angeles, they are in an elimination game dogfight with Virginia Tech, tied at 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Hansen rung up. Why does that matter specifically to this regional? Well, the winner of the Morgantown regional will match up with the winner of the Los Angeles regional in the Supers. If UCLA is eliminated and West Virginia can win this regional, they would host the Supers next week. Now, we're still a long ways from all of that, but the door is open for really anybody to host if UCLA loses. In for a strike. Virginia Tech is the 2 seed there. It's one of 3 1 versus 2 elimination games that we're seeing today due to all of the upsets. Day one, I should say, yesterday. Caden Cloud with a whiff, 0-2.
Yeah, not only that, Virginia Southern Miss, Coastal Carolina, Florida State, the other 2 1 versus 2 eliminators. 4 1 seeds losing their regional opener yesterday as well.
Seeing-eye single rolls to the right side for Cloud, who came in a massive slump. Now he has a hit in both games here in Morgantown.
And there's not been a lot that you've asked the bottom of this lineup to do. But Kentucky, you hear Coach Nick Mingione, one of the pillars of the program. Consistency compounds. It feels like waves on the ocean, what we've seen from the Kentucky offense these first 2 days. They just keep grinding you down.
Ground ball to the left side, scooped up, force it second, on to first, 5-4-3. What a pickup by Tyrus Hall to start the double play. They're going to challenge. Kentucky thought that Jenkins was safe at first. And so we'll take a look at it. How'd you see it?
Tell you what, awfully close. Take him right down the line. Does he make contact before it's in the webbing? Oof.
I think he was safe.
I tell you, the foot looks like it's right there just before Guzman's able to snare it.
Nick Mingione is having a long chat with Brian DeBrouwer, who's the crew chief and the second base umpire. Could have 2 challenges. DeBrouwer's mic cut off. I think we may have a forced play slide rule situation at second base, which would mean the Cloud would be out automatically and it would be a double play. I didn't see DeBrouwer call it, but that's the explanation. Now, if you're the base runner, Caden Cloud, you've got to go directly into the bag, and you also cannot elevate that lead leg above the fielder's knee.
All right, let's see, straight in from what it looks like. Oh, I didn't see anything there.
No, I agree with you.
So now all that's left to be decided, and it looks pretty clear right there.
And once again,
I think that's...
You're allowed to go through the bag.
Right. And he didn't deviate outside.
And I didn't see DeBrouwer make the signal that he had force play slide rule, but Nick Mingione, after a long conversation, that would have been the challenge. I thought initially they were challenging safe at first, and hopefully DeBrouwer's mic is working and we get an explanation when they come out of the replay.
Take a look at the foot strike. Man, feels like just frames on the replay difference. And an instant, tell you, that's the other part too. And I know we see it a lot with players. They want to believe that they're right, but I think there's an argument there.
So there's a lot to sort out here.
I think if we've seen it at second, we can't see anything that would indicate an elevated leg or deviating from going straight into second base.
There's a DV Sport control room fully staffed. Kind of looks like the squeeze play screen behind him with all the games going on. And this is the second long delay of the game. The first occurred when Maxiel left. So first, was it a legal slide at second? We think yes.
Yep.
Lead foot directly into the bag. And then the second is, did he beat the throw at first?
It feels like, again, that angle does.
And if force play slide rule is the call, the play at first then is irrelevant because it would be an automatic double play to the lead runner already being out. Here's DeBrouwer.
After review, the call.
They're saying it was a force play slide rule. I vehemently disagree with that. His front foot went directly into the second base bag. Some of the upper body may have been a hair wide, but the rule is go directly into the bag and you can go through it. That left foot was not outside of the bag.
I would love to know where they deemed that illegal. Wow.
So the double play ends the inning. We've got drama all over the place, even though there's nothing dramatic about replay. 6-2 Kentucky. Well, plenty of drama in this one. Please be joined by Kentucky's head coach, Nick Mingione. You guys have played in front of big crowds all season. Every road game in the SEC, you played in front of 5,000 plus. But the energy here feels like an elimination game. How do you get your guys to handle the drama and stay within yourself?
So far, so good, Tom. I've been impressed by them so far. I thought that first inning, just a series of at-bats, were just so big. I mean, just you talk about fighting for inches and a margin of victory being so small. I mean, you just think about the grinder at-bats that we've had, and in that first inning and then in the second as well. And then even right here, just the margin of victory and the play at second. I was challenging force play slide rule, and then the play at first. I mean, it's close. It's close. This is fun.
Coach, you say consistency compounds, and it feels like that's what your ABs, you knock Max Yale out. You've had great opportunities against Ian Korn. What else do you need to see from your offense?
We need to block the sun and catch this one right here. Let's do the play-by-play together.
There you go. You nailed it.
Yes.
Braxton Van Cleve.
Maybe I got a future?
Yes, yes.
I want to coach a long time, so let's not do that. Let's not put the cart before the horse. But, yeah, I mean, obviously you prepare all day for the Big 12 pitcher of the year, and then they bring in Korn behind them. So when you look at their stats, though, they use a lot of the same guys. So we were really prepared for that. But, yeah, just the fight with two strikes is going to be crucial. And then when you guys know this, but I love to say that you can never underestimate the importance of one run. And it's going to come down to that. They're either team. When you can just push across another run or deny the one run, you just never know, and it just has that feel to it so far.
Nick, thanks for the time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Head coach Nick Mingione, Brody Kresser at the plate after the fly out to right. Full disclosure, we had Nick on headset during the break, and he asked us not to ask about the force play slide rule, but it confirmed what we thought was occurring, even though we didn't hear directly from the officiating crew. Or couldn't at least hear directly from him. This is Tarnish in center. But it feels like with every pitch, now things have calmed down just a little bit, but I gotta imagine it can be tough to stay within yourself when the stakes are so high.
I would just take it from the pitching side of it. Nate Harris sits for as long as he did with that 4-run first. You have to change pitchers due to injury. That's a lot to ask to come back out and be able to kind of find your rhythm real quickly. But he is, outside of the Gavin Kelly 2-run home run, he has acquitted himself quite well.
There's Ben Lumsden, and he sends a line drive into right field for a 2-out single.
You said it feels like a Game 7. Every at-bat now going to take on incredible performance as we enter the middle frames.
Well, they want to sing Country Roads at the end of this one. Tyrus Hall coming up. He was walked last time up. This is Brian DeBrouwer, the second base umpire. And the play occurs, and then DeBrouwer points at second base. And that's where the forced play slide rule is called. And another line drive, this one into the gap. It's going to roll for a while all the way to the fence. Lumsden will be windmilled home. The relay never comes. Run scoring double for Tyrus Hall.
So 2-out Lightning. And what do you know? Bottom of the lineup. Coming through yet again, it was the walk to Tyrus Hall that set up the 2-run home run opportunity. Guess what? He takes matters into his own hands this time. Fastball, that's a great piece of hitting. That ball's down, but probably just a little too much of the plate. Drives it into the jet stream into right center. No stop at Steve Sabins. He's sending to try and get them within 3 runs. Mission accomplished.
Both head coaches coach third. Sabins in his second year as a head man here in Morgantown, being a Randy Mazey assistant for 9 years. Here's Matt Einish, and it's lost by Jenkins. And now a page out of Kentucky's book as Hall scrambles to third.
Little 50-footer there. I just don't know if he lost the grip. That just one of those you held on too tight.
Einish is 0 for 2 tonight. Fly out and a strikeout. Nice pickup by Jenkins, but another pitch in the dirt.
You can feel the emotion, and Matt Harris trying to harness that emotion, not only commanding his mind, but the fastball as well.
This game has already had as many twists and turns as a country road. We got a balk, and that'll score the runner from third. It was called by A.J. Wendell, the home plate umpire. No pitch on the balk, and West Virginia scratches across the run to make it a 2-run game.
Well, if you take a look at what happened, Nate Harris unable to come through and stop. And an immediate call for the runner from third to come in.
And now ball 4, and the roof's about to come off this place. Tying run coming into play.
Well, this has turned immediately.
And now they got to face Gavin Kelly, who connected for his 14th home run last time up. Ryan Mullen has been getting loose for Kentucky, and it looks like he will enter through the bullpen door. This place is wild.
wanted to know why you play all year to host a regional, you're seeing it play out as the West Virginia faithful have brought this team back to life.
Well, Nate Harris was pitching with the lead, 4-0 after 1, 6-0 after 2. And had retired the first 2 batters of the 4th inning. It's the bottom of the order, which was his bugaboo. First, the walk to the 9-hole hitter in the third. Then a single and a double to 8 and 9 with 2 outs here in the 4th. And that's the end of the line for Harris. So Ryan Mullen enters, and he faces fan favorite Gavin Kelly, who moved up in the favorite level with this shot in the 3rd.
This was an absolutely pulverized ball and out over the big part of the plate. You need your stars to be stars at the biggest moments. That one, a game-defining moment in West Virginia's favor, and they will look to try and get the equalizer with 1 swing of the bat with 2 down here in the 4th.
That was a 422-foot home run, and now junior Ryan Mullen out of Chino Hills, California, 23rd appearance, 2-0 with an ERA just shy of 4. He's only thrown 16 innings this season.
See primarily fastball and slider. He'll mix in a little curve. 196 average against, but that man right there frustrated. Nick Mingione. A 6-0 lead has nearly evaporated with back-to-back 2 spots, and West Virginia looking for more. How quickly it can change.
5 hits and 4 runs, all 4 earned, and still responsible for the runner at first. 2 walks and 4 Ks. A balk, a hit batter, and only 37 strikes out of the 68. The dangerous Gavin Kelly, one of the best power hitters in the Big 12.
Mullen has been very good against right-handed hitting, just a 161 average against. But perhaps his biggest spot of this season.
And he skips one home.
I can't remember seeing in 1 inning 3-4 heaters just chucked 50 feet.
They're asking Mullen to douse the fire, but he's just adding kerosene to it. A 3-0 count now to Kelly. Last outing for Mullen was against Arkansas in a 16-12 loss back on May 16th. 92 for a strike. He faced 3 batters that day, struck out 1 of them. He's only faced more than 6 batters twice this season. This is not an innings eater on the mound.
Something to follow here too. Now starting to see some shadows creep over. You're going to have the ball starting in light, going to dark, a little light before it gets to the plate. See if it plays a little havoc on these hitters here in the next inning or 2.
Back-to-back walks for the staff. All of this happening with 2 outs. A single, double, walk and balk, and now another walk. Here's Paul Schoenfeld.
Now, if you're an infielder for Kentucky right now, priority 1, keep everything in front of you. You got an out at any base. Command just evaporating from Kentucky pitching in this inning. playing along at home right here. Again, left-handed hitting has been much better against the righty Ryan Mullen. Much bigger hole with the shift. An opportunity to go through the left side.
Fouled off. West Virginia batters have seen 20 pitches this inning. Only 8 of them were strikes.
Confidence in the change in the approach has been good, but well, you've simplified it now. If you're West Virginia, force Kentucky to have to get back into the zone, keep grinding. Schoenfeld, if he sees it a long time, keep it elevated, try and drive it the opposite way.
And he gets plunked, takes a curveball on the thigh. West Virginia has loaded the bases. Kentucky pitching. Can't find the strike zone.
It is crazy how quickly it has changed. 4 hit by pitches, 11 walks for the Mountaineers offense. Self-inflicted wounds here for Kentucky. Remarkable you get up as much as you have and you can't find the zone.
There is double barrel action in the Kentucky bullpen. Take it back. Now it looks like just one guy getting loose with any alacrity. And Nick Mingione is going to head to the mound and have a word with Brian Mullen, who doesn't have it. A walk and a hit batter. And we were talking with Mingione a moment ago. He talked about the value of every single run. And he's going to the bullpen. And this fan base is dialed in. Jack Sams will be the new pitcher for Kentucky. He's the 3rd pitcher of the game after Ryan Mullen failed to record an out. Tell you about Sams when we return. This was a 6-0 lead for Kentucky. A 4-run first, a 2-run second, and then the Mountaineers made some noise. Gavin Kelly, 2-run home run. RBI double Tyrus Hall. And the ears were off and running. Kentucky dug its own grave in many ways. Harris with a balk with the runner at third. He would leave in the top third of the order. Now in the fourth, has gone walk, walk, hit by pitch. And that has the bases loaded for Jack Sams to walk into this hornet's nest. All of this coming after Big 12 Pitcher of the Year, Max Yale, was lifted from this game due to injury without getting out of the first. What a place for a freshman. With the bases juice, his first pitch is up in the zone.
Did you envision this in your fall and winter workouts? Where, all right, we're going to be on the line here in a 1-0 game in a regional on the road with bases loaded and 2 down.
And now 2-0. Sams was pitching for Lexington Catholic at this time last year, playing for former Kentucky star Scott Downs. And another hit batter. This will force in a run. The strike zone has eluded every Kentucky pitcher that's been on the mound today.
And it hasn't mattered. Fastball in, fastball away, 50-foot fastballs, nothing going right for Kentucky pitching. And all West Virginia continues to do, move the line, pass the baton, and the tying run, surreal to say after how this game started, stands 90 feet away.
Matthew Gravelin, the 9th batter of the inning, and he's ahead in the count. Gravelin 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts. He's the only Mountaineer hasn't reached base yet this game. 2-0.
And no reason to take the bat off your shoulder right now.
Veteran Tyler Bell coming in to have a word with the freshman Jack Sands. Didn't face this in the 11th region of Kentucky high school baseball.
This place is electric right now.
I pointed out that Kentucky played all of its SEC road games in front of crowds of 5,000 plus. And there's certainly rowdy atmospheres in the SEC, but I feel like the energy in this building has certainly impacted the Kentucky pitching staff.
And everything funnels down in. You are at ground zero.
Popped up. Who could find it? Bell drifts back. And now Hansen racing in. That will end the inning as West Virginia leaves the bases loaded. They've stranded 6 over the last 3, but they have clawed their way back in this game. Kentucky clinging to a 6-5 lead. We've got a 1-run game, bottom of the 4th inning, and West Virginia head coach Steve Saban's nice enough to put a headset on. Coach, I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Mingione on the other side. How do you get your team to stay within themselves with this raucous environment and heart rates going so fast?
I think it's just the training. You talk about it. You hope that the staff is calm and under control, and guys are just playing to win. I think if you can play for the team and you play to win every pitch and you actually concentrate on execution, you got a chance. If you get wrapped up in umpires or crowds or anything else, I think it can get you a little bit. The guy on the mound for us right now is a veteran, experienced dude that plays for the team, that wants to win. There's not a lot of distractions in that guy's life, so I think he gives us a shot in that moment.
Coach, you brought everyone together an inning or so ago. Everything has changed since then. What was said?
Oh shit, boys! I don't think those words are gonna, completely. It's the kids' game. It's a kids' game. Basically, just saying, stay within yourself, man. Do what you do. And then they just responded because that's what they always do.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
And Steve Saban, his team was down 6-0. Now they've scored 5 unanswered. And this was after losing Big 12 Pitcher of the Year Max Yale. Chase Tarnish is the leadoff man for Kentucky. You should take a job on 60 Minutes if you can fluster somebody with a direct question like that.
I mean, that wasn't even a top 3, I thought, with throwing for a curve.
Fly ball into right field. Lumsden into the shadows. 1 down. I loved his answer about staying within yourself, and as a staff, you hope that you can be calm enough not to get wrapped up. And what he said was right. This game, and the atmosphere has been impacted by the umpires. It's been impacted by the crowd. Kind of feels like a NASCAR race and trouble in turn 4 constant.
Yeah, you've had cautions left and right, and you've had to adjust on the fly. To use that analogy, you get a massive wreck with Max Yale out of the gate. You fall behind as much as you have, but you've held it together. But credit Ian Korn, it had to start there. He had to kind of suppress and get things back in order. And then the command issues with Kentucky pitching have opened the door.
2-1 to Bell. Jackie Robinson Stadium in Los Angeles, #1 overall seed UCLA on the brink of elimination, trailing by 2 in the 9th inning.
Wow. Seismic implications with that score.
Never too early to reserve your hotel room for next week in Morgantown. Pay off to Bell. Now remember, this is the 1-0 game. It's not do or die. This is double elimination. Doesn't feel like it in the ballpark tonight. Losing team will take on Wake tomorrow at noon. Kresser. 2 down.
Well, for what it's worth, you talk about how it feels like in a winner-take-all game right now, the way both clubs are playing. Under these current head coaches, Nick Mingione for Kentucky and Steve Sabins for West Virginia, when these teams have started 1-0 in their regional, they are perfect in punching their tickets to super regionals. And one of those teams will not make it for the first time.
Luke Lawrence has an RBI double. Chopper way off the bag is Hall. He's a magician. Another fantastic defensive play made by the Canadian third baseman in a 1-2-3 frame worked by Korn.
You want a little glove work, you want a little silky smoothness. Tyrus Hall just flashing the leather, nice and easy. WVU back to the bat rack.
We are in danger of seeing the #1 overall seed eliminated in the regional round for the second straight year. Last year it was Vanderbilt that won 1-2 in Nashville. And right now UCLA is trailing Virginia Tech by 2 in the 9th inning. We've never seen the #1 overall seed go 0-2.
We're 3 outs away from it.
Actually 1 out now.
Oh.
Nine to the plate for West Virginia in a chaotic 4th. Mountaineers trailing by 1 after 5 unanswered. Armani Guzman was a hero in the Clemson Regional last year.
After being stymied in the first 2 innings, look at just how everything has evaporated control-wise for Kentucky. Can West Virginia continue to apply pressure and get the equalizer? Now 6 through 9 so far for West Virginia. 3 of the 5 hits. But more importantly, it's been the base runners. Everything has been ignited from this bottom half, giving the top the chance to cash them in.
Another 3-ball count. They've gone final in Auburn. The long-storied career of Elliott Avent comes to an end as NC State loses 17-13. The game ended on a 3rd strike pitch clock violation. Leadoff walk to Guzman and Brody Kresser coming up. 17 runs on 18 hits for Auburn, not known for its offense to stay alive in its home region.
The walk has been what has really jump-started West Virginia here. Obviously, the hit-by-pitch parade, too. We are upwards of 9 free passes, basically, between walks and hit-by-pitches issued by Kentucky pitching.
Another upset. Virginia knocked off Southern Miss in 10 innings, 15-11. So Southern Miss, the #9 overall seed, eliminated in its home region.
Now, fans in Gainesville, obviously with that matchup between Miami and Florida tonight, are going to have a little intrigue there to see who comes out of the Hattiesburg Regional with the top seed out.
0-1 to Brody Kresser, 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a flyout. And he drops this one back to the mound. No play at second. Guzman advances on the sack.
Now, dare I say, you're set up right where West Virginia wants them, bottom of the lineup. This is where they have been able to jumpstart this comeback. Ben Lumsden yesterday with an exclamation point with a big drive. Something through to the gap is going to tie this ball game. Jack Sam's got to try and get himself mentally back into this game. A little rattled here on the mound right now.
Sam's a true freshman, has faced 4 batters. He's hit 1 and walked another. They gifted him an out with the sacrifice bunt.
No favors being done on the corners either for Kentucky. Anything close has been going West Virginia's offensive way.
Whoa, got to be careful, and that one trickles away, but not far enough. It is not uncommon for in the college game to use the inside move to second base simply to reset the pitch clock. We very rarely see true pickoff attempts at second.
Well, and multiple times from a kid who is just holding on for dear life, watching the body language right now.
Are those calls coming from the dugout through Jenkins?
I mean, you think you're trying to at least keep him close because that is the tying run in scoring position, but vary your looks. Try and mix it up.
Comes home. 2-1.
You are dancing with danger right now. Elevated fastball. Lumsden right on that, just fouling it straight back. Now, you want to pitch in the biggest of moments. You want to pitch on the biggest stages. Here you go, young pup. Here's your chance.
Runner on the move, throw to third. Layton gets into left field. Here comes Guzman. No throw from Bell. We are tied at 6.
Welcome to the happy hunting ground. The aggressiveness on the base paths. West Virginia giving Kentucky a dose of their own medicine. The speed pressure comes back to bite Kentucky, and we are level at 6.
3-1 to Lumsden. In for a strike. UCLA just hit a solo home run. It's now a 1-run game in the bottom of the 9th inning with nobody out. For Lumsden, a stolen base, and then Jenkins' 7th error of the season has tied the game.
You just wonder if the aggressiveness forced the rush throw. Inaccurate too, pulling Caden Cloud from a position where he couldn't field it cleanly. And Guzman, great secondary. He was going to be safe no matter what. It trickles into left field, and he comes home with the tying run. What a swing of momentum all in the Mountaineer dugout right now.
Hall with an RBI double last time up. He's been a wizard at third base today.
5 walks, 3 hit by pitches, just too many extra chances. Kentucky playing with fire.
Here comes Caden Cloud, who got pitch comm issues, I think, for the freshman pitcher. UCLA trying to mount a comeback in Westwood. They lead the nation with 29 come from behind wins and had 3 walk-off wins in the Big Ten tournament. They won every game in their last at bat. And UCLA just went yard again. Back-to-back home runs for the Bruins to tie it up with Virginia Tech.
Unbelievable.
Austin and Bennett, 2 guys getting loose. Ira Austin started warming first. Looks like he would be the next in.
He's going to make the move.
Freshman Sams faced 5 batters, walked 2, hit another. And he is finished after a 20-pitch outing.
Just looks dazed. Did it really happen? Yes, it did.
Tied at 6 in the 5th inning. 9-hole hitter Tyrus Hall will face a new pitcher, Ira Austin, in for the Cats. Metairie, Louisiana, who started his college career at New Orleans. Part of that 2 years in JUCO ball. And he enters with 1 on and only 1 out.
Fastball slider. And we'll try and induce an inning-ending double play.
Side armor misses away with the first. '23rd appearance for Austin. His ERA is over 9. He's replacing the ineffective Jack Sams, who threw 20 pitches but only 7 for strikes.
Already over 100 total pitches from the Kentucky staff, and we're only in the 5th. Right-handers have really struggled, and for good measure. Side armor hard to try and stay on the boomerang slider, and that's probably where Austin is trying to get a rollover in this situation, but trying to keep the go-ahead run Lumsden from advancing.
And misses low. Three and 1 to Hall. Ira Austin, the 4th, spent last summer pitching for the Baton Rouge Rougarou of the Texas Collegiate League. A Rougarou is a Cajun boogeyman. And it looks like this entire Kentucky pitching staff has been fearing what's under the bed today with West Virginia hitters. They have been spooked since they jumped out to a 6-0 lead, and Hall goes down swinging.
Now that is a huge boost for the Kentucky staff. And again, good location, really good boring fastball inside. Back-to-back pitches there, generating the swing and miss. Just up enough. A chance to escape. Well, Kentucky's got to find some confidence somewhere. It feels like it's a little lifeless at this point, and West Virginia trying to capitalize.
Chase the high heat, 1-1. Pop up, shallow center. Tarnish will get there. This inning started with a walk to Armani Guzman. He moved to second on a sac bunt, then he did this.
Then he absolutely was the speed demon, created the chaos, and a base pass forces the errant throw. Guess what? New ball game here in Morgantown.
Kentucky has let a 6-run lead dissipate. And so we've got a brand new ball game as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Hudson Brown, Ethan Hindle, and Braxton Van Cleve due up. Into the shift, handcuffs Kresser, and he throws it away. He had plenty of time, and the throw nearly went into the dugout.
Second time today. Taylor made double play early that he boots. And right here, didn't need to speed up. Just, all right, plenty of time. Catch it, set your feet. Another unforced error. And some early life here for Kentucky to begin the 5th.
Remember, it was an error on a would-be double play that kick-started the 4-run first. Ethan Hindle drove in a pair that frame, and a check swing foul ball, 0-1.
Just about to say, Ian Cornish, I mean, if you're looking for an early MVP for West Virginia, certainly him coming in a situation I'm sure he woke up today not thinking he'd be in. But giving this West Virginia attack a chance to come back, he's a huge reason why.
3 1/3 out of the pen so far.
If you're Ethan Hindle, still needs to be with the shift over to the left side, see it a long time, elevate the off speed in the zone.
Into right and foul.
As they play a little Empire Strikes Back, the Imperial theme here at Morgantown. Someone's got to be Vader here on either side.
This game has more of a Jar Jar Binks feel.
Not a fan favorite, I'm sure. Take young Anakin, though. I have to check the charging devices here.
Yeah, who's failing to plug these in?
I mean,
Hey, for our viewers, though, let's talk about the value of the infielders having pitch comm on their person.
Obviously, when you're thinking of these situations, chance to be up the middle, turn a double play, you want to know, especially on a shift side, if it is off speed, then you're kind of anticipating the ball being hit one way. If it's a fastball, potentially another. And through time, with different guys' arsenals, you already kind of know how balls come off the bat and where to position yourself accurately to give yourself the highest percentage chance to be able to turn those double plays too.
UCLA has runners at first and third and 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. They've already hit a pair of solo home runs in the 9th to tie the game with Virginia Tech after the Hokies had added a run in the top half of the 9th. That's an elimination game in Los Angeles.
What did you say, they were an out away from elimination and then hit back-to-back homers?
2 outs away. Pardon me, that was with nobody out, so hit the back-to-back home run. Another one out of play.
No fans allowed, at least we think, and obviously some of the working personnel get a free pass to be out there, but because of the steepness of the grade of the hill, not safe.
Who's in charge of measuring the grade? We got the left field berm is fine, but the right field is not. Snap throw.
And what is the threshold for safety?
That's what I'm curious about.
Because we got people up on the high right side in the upper deck.
Well, and to be fair, when we walked into the ballpark yesterday, we walked up through the grass of the left field berm. I felt like a billy goat.
Yeah, my calves were on fire too. Those people enjoying it.
Just a little surprised as this one's lined to left field and Kentucky's in business with 2 on. A little surprised with the beverages outside of the stadium up on the hill in right field. We haven't seen anybody somersaulting down like they were chasing a wheel of cheese.
Pretty well behaved from what we've seen.
From what? Well,
like I said, from
the concourse was a different story a couple of innings ago.
Yeah.
Morgantown's finest playing peacekeepers.
Subscription only to see that action.
Entire infield is in the shadows now, with the exception being second base. It is a picture-perfect weather weekend here in the mountains, where temperature will dip down to the upper 50s later tonight. Braxton Van Cleve 1 for 2 with massive home run in the first inning. And the feeling then was that Kentucky had done enough damage, but it's a long game, and the 6-run lead after 2 has now disappeared.
Thought the exclamation point might have been early in this one. As you said, Braxton Van Cleve. Oh, I mean, short to it, long through it, extension, and almost into the biomechanical and performance center. And at that point, you felt the route could be on because there was little to no resistance from the West Virginia pitching staff.
Kentucky got here thanks to a couple of stolen bases and scoring on a wild pitch by Ryan Tarnish in yesterday's win against Wake Forest. He moved around the bases like he was Lou Brock. And now West Virginia doing the same with some swipes in this one. 1-2.
I've been very impressed with Korn too. He's been able to mix in not only a breaking ball, but it's not a highly used changeup. Effective right there to the left-hander.
2 on, nobody out. And a pitch in the dirt. UCLA just walked off Virginia Tech with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning as the nation's best 30th come from behind win for the #1 seed Bruins. That is their 4th walkoff in their last 5 games. So they will survive another day. Hokies head home.
For the 1 seeds yesterday falling. UCLA down to the final inning to try and preserve what would have been one of the shockers in tournament history, if not one of the biggest.
Yeah, because we'd never had the #1 overall seed go 0-2. Van Cleve waves at it. 1 down.
Well, you're upwards of 4 innings of relief now from Ian Korn, and elevated fastball, able to get the swing and miss. Incredibly impressed with what this young man has been able to do in relief of Max Yale.
Carson Hansen at the plate. First pitch wide. Hansen is 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking and a hit by pitch. How many batters have we had hit in this game?
So far on the visiting side, West Virginia has 3 hit by pitches. And Kentucky equal to the task with 3.
There's a lot of bruises out there today. 2 on for Hansen. And he's ahead in the count with a good eye. Now 3-0.
You got to be taken all the way right here. And for Ian Korn, stay within yourself.
Waved at 2-1.
Wow, kind of surprised right there.
Pardon me, 3-1.
Senior left-handed bat. Head coach Nick Mingione giving him the green light in a big spot.
Poked foul. Full count.
Great job battling back here. Now still have all the weapons available out at any base. Infield, got to keep the ball in front of you. Priority 1, field it cleanly before you try and turn 2.
On their feet in Morgantown. Little dribbler, tough play for Einish. Gloves and fires. Too late. And now Kentucky's loaded the bases.
Carson Hansen hit another gear getting down the line. Get another soft contact ground ball, and it forces Einish to have to try and make it on the run. It was a great play, but just a better job of Hansen just booking it down the line.
Exit velocity of 50 miles an hour. Won't even get you a speeding ticket between here and Pittsburgh. Bases loaded, 1 out. Korn getting a visit. Reese Bassinger is the one loosening. How about a can of corn?
Jeez. Well, pop it, let it rock. Pressed into duty far earlier. Heck, even a day earlier probably than what he anticipated, but that's why you lean on your veterans. Nice little double play. Keep the ball in. Silky smooth there from the hot corner. Tyrus Hall, and some swing and miss here. I mean, not much more you can ask of Ian Korn, pressed into a tough spot. Just the 2 earned runs in 3 2/3 right now. 70 pitches, and bears repeating. Here we go. You're in a 1-0 game, but as you said, Tom, it feels like both head coaches coaching it as though it is an elimination game, having to expend some resources here.
Everybody in the ballpark is going to be absolutely exhausted once this thing ends. By the way, to the delight of Wake Forest, who will try to extend its season tomorrow against whoever comes out on the wrong side of this one. Into the line for Ian Korn. Reese Bassinger enters out of the West Virginia bullpen. Korn has gotten the Mountaineers back in this game by holding back Kentucky, but Bassinger is going to enter in a bases loaded situation. 6 runs, 5 hits, couple of errors for WVU. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Big Blue. Bottom of the 5th inning, and with 1 out, the bases are loaded as Reese Bassinger comes in out of the WVU bullpen. Senior from Wiley, Texas, 6'1", 196. He's been used now 26 times this year, 4-2 with a 3.06 ERA.
A lot of fastball slider here from the right-hander, transfer from Tarleton State last year. Odessa before that. Honorable mention all Big 12 last year. If you remember, won the regional game against Kentucky just a year ago.
So the base is full of cats with Caden Cloud coming up. Cloud had an RBI double in the 5th inning of game 1. That snapped a long hitless streak for him. Freshman is 1 for 2 tonight. By the way, Bassinger's former teammates, the Texans of Tarleton, are taking on the Longhorns tonight in Austin. That game is scoreless in the first.
Now he's feeling it early here. Two really good Snapdragon sliders here. A lot of late downward angle. Hitters only a 217 average against that pitch here in the 2026 season thus far.
Swing and a miss. 3 pitches to take care of the freshman Cloud. 2 down with the bases loaded.
Boy, just textbook. Master class in executing, walking the hitter off the plate. That one wasn't even close to being a strike, but Cloud anxious there, trying to protect. Just a beautiful job of sequencing. Gavin Kelly will take that one. Fired up.
Hey, we're on squeeze play right now for good reason. Bases loaded and 2 down for Owen Jenkins, a 9-hole hitter for Kentucky. Hudson Brown started off this inning, reached via an error, then Hindle singled, and with 2 outs, Hansen had a 50-mile-an-hour single. 1-0. Jenkins lays off of it. If you weren't with us early, Kentucky built a 6-0 lead in the first 2 innings. And Big 12 Pitcher of the Year Max Yale left this game due to injury, and since then, the Mountaineers have come roaring back. Down low, 3-0.
Wow, this is a really good job. Owen Jenkins seeing exactly what just happened in the AB before him. Nothing but sliders out off the plate. Has been really disciplined so far.
Nowhere to put him. And just catches the lower end of the zone for a strike. 3-1.
So a couple options here. You know the slider's his favorite. 3-1 dead red. Jenkins, 1 pitch, 1 spot. Pick it where you like it. If it's not there, live to fight another day.
The 3-1. Feel like every at bat in this game has been a 3-ball count. Now they're on their feet in Morgantown. Does Kentucky have a big hit in them? Payoff. Ground ball. Pass and diving Einish. 2 runs have scored. And Owen Jenkins comes out with a 2-strike hit. Now the throw gets away. The play at the plate is there. What a play by Guzman to Kelly. And that play epitomizes how this game has gone. Just when you think you have momentum, you give it right back. It's a 2-run single at least, and Kentucky challenging the call at the plate. But it looked to us like Guzman had made the play and Kelly had the tag on him.
First of all, what a clutch swing. And after Jenkins taking notes from the previous at bat with Caden Cloud, puts a fabulous swing right past the diving Matt Einish. Now right here, this is an airmail of the cutoff man, and the heads up job by Guzman. How athletic was that play and throw? And did Gavin Kelly get him in time? Has to come all the way around and find a spot to tag. It absolutely looks like he gets the hand before it touches home plate.
So it'll be an E7 on Graveline regardless, because it allowed the runner to go to second, but it'll be a moot point because Guzman, as we see it, got Hansen at home. But it is under review. And you can understand Nick Mingione using a challenge in this scenario.
Yeah.
And the challenge falls by the wayside. But Kentucky leapfrogs back in front thanks to a bases loaded single from Owen Jenkins.
Unbelievable job by Guzman to get the throw, and then Gavin Kelly right before cuts down what would have been the 3rd run, but Kentucky back in front.
This has been a wild ride. 8-6 Kentucky now, but the Wildcats are out of challenges after missing out on the challenge at the plate. Jack Bennett, senior from Paducah, will make his 19th appearance. 1-3 with a 6.19.
Fastball, cutter, and a little change here. He will mix in a slider. And you think about the resume here, earned his first career save at Kentucky at Evansville, has 7 thus far in 2026.
How many innings you think they are looking for out of Bennett?
I think you can only go inning by inning right now and read the situation because nothing has gone scripted so far.
Places Ira Austin, who got a strikeout, and that was it. Kentucky pitching staff has thrown 110 pitches, only 54 strikes. That is abysmal. And that count, by the way, since the start of the third, Mountaineers have seen now 81 pitches and only 44 strikes.
I think Nick Mingione would just take a clean inning of more strikes than balls
yes.
at this point. Man, that's the beauty of the college game, too, man. It don't matter if you're freshman,
I guess it's
veteran.
in the eye of the beholder. That's a hell of a thing to call beauty.
At this point, a 0 is going to look spectacular.
Yeah, it's true. Here's the 1-2. And Kelly rips it deep to left. He's done it again. His second home run of the game.
Well, he was the igniter in the third inning to start the comeback, and that got West Virginia on the board. How about 2 for your pleasure? His second of the night, 105 off the bat, and we are back to within 1. Oh, man. That had a little Fernando Tatis Jr. follow through to it.
Papi to short, Bell. #15th of the year for Kelly.
They call him a freak athlete, man. That is some freakish power. Another no-doubter in this one. And how about Mountaineer Nation loving what they're seeing from their superstar.
Sean Smith at the plate. He's been hit by a pitch twice in this game. He's 1 shy of tying the modern record in the NCAA tournament. Rick Peters of Arizona State was hit 4 times by Washington State pitchers back in 1977 in a single game. Covering a lot of ground in center field is Tarnish. And there are 2 out. And by the way, speaking of Smith, he also got hit by pitches twice in game 1.
Right. It's just been an absolute magnet for it. Well, partner, as advertised tonight, we knew the vibes would be high, place would be packed. It has lived up to the billing and then some.
Matthew Gravelin is 0 for 3.
Righties have had success against Bennett this year. 289 average. That slider and the ability to kind of expand the zone has been an equalizer for him. 176 on that breaking ball here in 2026.
Capper to first. Hudson Brown takes it. Leadoff home run for Gavin Kelly. Made it a 1-run game.
Oh, it's another loud noise from number 2. How about 2 for number 2 today? He draws West Virginia to back within 1 in the 6th.
FEB, Anthony Pack's like the Rougarou. He's come from out of the bed and scared everybody. He had 7 home runs in the regular season. He has 4 in 2 games in the postseason.
Wild. Wild.
Wild 5th inning for Kentucky after Owen Jenkins with a 2-run single. They got to play at the plate to throw out Carson Hansen for the 3rd out. So the top of the order, and Jace Tarnish, who is 1 for 2. By the way, how good did that new studio look? Good job, fellas.
Indeed.
I bet Peter's already scuffed up the floor with his high-top Jordans. Tarnish sends a grounder to second. One out.
Passenger has been really good with the breaking ball here so far. Again, that 2-pitch mix been incredibly effective for most of the season. Left-handers, he's been even better. What a matchup we got right here.
Fastball for a strike. Man, the way this game started with Kentucky jumping out to a 6-0 lead, it was like LeBron versus Bronny, and then the script got flipped. And there was 6 unanswered from the Mountaineers. Back and forth we go as Bell goes down on strikes.
Well, when you pitch ahead in the count, it allows you a lot of leeway and forces the hitter to have to cover both sides. But the down angle on that slider is nasty.
Comebacker, glove by Bassinger. 1-2-3 frame. In a dirty game, we haven't had very many clean innings, but just 6 pitches to take care of the Cats in the 6th. I don't think we have a big enough graphic to summarize this game.
What else would you like to add?
Madness. I mean, this game was drunk from the jump. West Virginia fans wanted to head home after 2, and now they're rehearsing country roads, but Kentucky jumped back in front with 2 runs in the 5th inning and another run thrown out at the plate.
Now you got West Virginia, though, 4 consecutive innings, putting a run on the board.
How about this dude, Armani Guzman? He made that fantastic throw to nail Hansen at the plate to end the 5th.
Yeah, scored from second on the stolen base, too. Forcing the errant throw into left field. And that tied the game. Flair for the dramatic, not new for the Clemson Regional MVP from just a year ago.
Home crowd didn't see that. Shallow left, late jump Gravelin. Bell back there, got turned around. It's off of his glove. Headed to third is Guzman. Now he throws on the brakes. And West Virginia making its own breaks with the hustling play by Armani Guzman. And that into no man's land. And Bell looks like he's flexing his left hand and doesn't feel good.
Well, that was an awkward turn back. And what did we say this afternoon? Be interested to see if the weather would play any havoc. This ball continues to tail back towards center field, and you can tell the fall probably jarred Tyler Bell. Guzman continues to hustle, sees it down, tries to take the aggressive turn, but wisely holds up at second. And here we go again. There's your tying run in scoring position.
And Tyler Bell is in a ton of pain. He landed on that left hand, on the glove hand, when he got twisted around. Ruled a leadoff double for Armani Guzman with Brody Kresser at the plate. Keep in mind they had the shift on. Bell had a long run. He got turned around. Watch as he went down and how his glove hand got folded underneath his body. And he is trying to work on his grip strength in between pitches. Sacrifice, bare hand, in time. Guzman pushed to third, tying run 90 feet away here in the seventh.
Great job of Brody Kresser, fundamental baseball. Get to good speed of Guzman, 90 feet away from tying this one up.
Well, this is Bell falling when reaching for it, and he lands with his left wrist bent awkwardly under his body, and he hasn't been comfortable since. He can barely put his glove on.
Now remember, that is also that side. As you see the sleeve he's wearing too, of where he sustained the shoulder injury.
Infield in with one out, tying run at third. 8-hole hitter Ben Lumsden, a postseason hero for West Virginia the last couple of seasons. Includes a home run yesterday, his first of the year.
Bennett has struggled against lefties with runners in scoring position, a .250 average compared to 111 against righties.
Lumsden catches just a piece.
Guzman, if you get the right read here, hyper aggressive, it's got to get by the pitcher.
Remember, they ran into it out on the base paths earlier this game with dancing off of third. In for a strike.
And if you're Lumsden, everything has to be elevated here. Do not allow Bennett to try and work that off speed underneath.
And Lumsden will use a timeout here. Lumsden does not have a hit this season against a curveball or a changeup, a combined 0 for 13 with 9 strikeouts. How does Bennett's stuff match with that scouting report?
Well, we'll be about to find out right here.
And a 1-2. Missed up with the fastball.
Find Guzman too, and we've seen catching throughout these first couple of days have trouble with balls in the dirt. Anticipate something getting away from Owen Jenkins.
Only one pass ball for Jenkins all season. Swing and a miss to take care of him on a breaking ball. 2 down.
Went right back to the strength. That's a changeup. Wow, great arm speed on the changeup, completely fooling Lumsden.
He's now 0 for 11 against changeups this season.
Right pitch, right spot indeed.
Tyrus Hall at the plate. Spins one in for a strike, 0-1.
Until the confidence is there now. Feeling good about the release point. Action at the end of the plate.
Out of play to the right side.
All right, so everything available to him right now. 2 breaking balls in a row. You can extend out. Going right on right breaking ball. You can throw the changeup off it. If you throw a fastball, it better be elevated and not in a high danger area.
Tying run dancing off of third. It's Guzman. Here's the 0-2. Well hit right field. Van Cleve racing towards the line. It gets down for a knock to score the run, and we are tied again. Tyrus Hall with a 2-out bloop double. Two bloop doubles here in the 7th inning for West Virginia.
Well, this was a mistake. Just talked about the fastball. If you're going to throw it, it's got to be out of a high danger spot. It catches too much of the plate. And Tyrus Hall, who has been so critical for the success in this one, backstroking into second base and has tied it at 8 here in the 7th.
Leadoff hitter Matt Einish will wait. Hello, squeeze play. Mike Rooney's got to absolutely love the total chaos we've had in college baseball this weekend. And what was predicted to be one of the most competitive regionals of the weekend has played out as such. A little chopper to the right side. Hindle got him by a step. A little casual on that one. Nothing casual about this game. Ramani Guzman with the leadoff bloop double. Moved up on a sacrifice and comes home to roost on a Tyrus Hall double. We are locked at 8. Playing the Bee Gees there in Southern California. As we go on to the bottom of the 7th, this is Hudson Brown. He's been hit by a pitch twice tonight, and he's reached on an error. What Peter Burns would look like in a coonskin cap. 0-1 to Brown. 8th in the SEC in on-base percentage, and pushing that number up with the 2 HBPs today. He's not a Mountaineer, he's the Mountaineer.
It's got to feel comfortable on a night like this.
Oh, yeah, it's great on a night like today. Temperature down in the 60s now. I know Peter's got some buckskin boots already. Well, 2-1 now to Brown. After him, it's Hindle, who's had a productive day, and then Van Cleve, who's already homered.
Breaking ball has been really effective here for Bassinger right now. Inning and 2/3 thus far. A couple of punch outs on it. It has been the weapon of choice in advantage counts, but now level at 2-2. Let's see if he goes back to the well.
Missed with 91.
Oof. Not by much.
No, if at all.
Umpiring in the stands has been eventful today as well.
They're not holding back.
It gets effective against left-hand. When you're able to establish the inside part of the plate and you're fearless with the fastball, it just opens up so much more real estate in the strike zone to force the hitter to have to cover both sides.
Bassinger put down the side in order in the 6th on just 6 pitches. And there's a walk on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Go ahead, run on base for Kentucky. Air high five.
Now, Ethan Hindle has been pretty solid. First 2 days, a couple of hits already today. And could be the right man in the right spot here. Right-handers a bit better against Bassinger at 248. But if I'm Kentucky, you know the slider's coming a lot here. It has to be a one-way look, middle to opposite field at all times.
Hindle has 2 hits and 3 ribbies tonight. Bender misses inside, 1-1. Can't stand to watch. To short. Took him a while to get rid of it, but still a 6-4-3 double play. Einish didn't have a clean grip. The Kresser bailed him out.
Oh, man, and it was the arm strength of Kresser. That's the difference in this double play. Watch the transfer. Einish takes him a little bit, but Kresser, woohoo! Quick release, arm strength double play, twin killing. Massive for Bassinger right there.
Van Cleve gets hit by a pitch on the first.
Fourth hit by pitch today for Kentucky.
One of the reasons this game has felt so stressful and energetic at the same time is there has been constant traffic on the bases. West Virginia pitching has only turned in 2 clean innings. Kentucky has only had 1. So here's Hansen, sitting 100 points higher against righties and lefties. And he gets tied up with the breaking ball. It hit him. He thought it did. They're going to say he swung at it. You offer at a pitch, doesn't matter if you get hit. It's a dead ball and a strike.
Well, it definitely looked like he offered in real time. Clips him on the back of the foot.
Well, he'll stand back in with an 0-1 count. Runner on the move. Chopper to the right side. Guzman will take it himself, and he wins the race. A walk, a hit by pitch, but a double play, and Kentucky can't take advantage of the base runners. We'll have Gavin Kelly, Kentucky crusher, lead off the 8th inning. He's already homered twice tonight. And we roll on in a tie game to the top of the 8th, and hero Gavin Kelly at the plate. He's got 2 home runs to his name. He led off the 6th with a bomb. That was an ambush. See if he's swinging early. There is no pitch that Gavin Kelly can't handle. And he looks at a first pitch strike. He's got an OPS against fastballs of over 1,500. Breaking balls, it's over 1,100, and changeups 1078. So I guess the prevailing wisdom is just don't throw him a fastball, but be careful with everything.
And basically, that's been the MO today is what pitch can we find to elude the barrel of Gavin Kelly? No answers so far. For what it's worth, when tied after 7 this year, West Virginia's only had 2 games. They're a perfect 2-0. Kentucky's played 1 of them, and they lost it.
Tug 2-2. And a breaking ball for strike 3 looking. And Kelly dispatched to start the 8th. Huge.
That is a huge and gutsy call right here too, because that one's kind of up in the zone, and Gavin Kelly knew it. Looking for something else, gets the breaking ball.
Chris Burke would call that a professional strikeout. Tip your cap, head back. And a first pitch strike to Paul Schoenfeld. Berkey watching on squeeze play from behind the desk right now. I don't think they back in the studio have any idea how chaotic this game has been tonight. The energy in the building has been absolutely off the charts. If you joined us late, it was a 6-0 Kentucky lead. They gave that up over the next 3 innings. Big 12 pitcher of the year, Max Yale, left due to an arm injury. Seen hit batters galore, a thrown out at the plate, a throw out at third.
Defensive miscues too, allowing
ugly
extra base runners, additional 90 feet. Guzman forces the errant throw to end up coming around to score the tying run.
Schoenfeld tips it into the catcher's mitt for the second consecutive strikeout.
This is getting nasty. Good arm speed right here from Jack Bennett, collecting his third punch out. Nothing you can do. That changeup to lefties has been pretty effective. Good tailing away action. And a little nod to Jack Bennett. Job well done.
Here's Sean Smith. He could use an ice bath. He's been plunked by 4 pitches in 2 games of this Morgantown regional. Jenkins tried to frame that one, 1-0.
Yeah, the hit by pitch in the second and the fourth did drive in a run.
Into the gap in right center, late jump, but handled by Van Cleve, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Only the second clean inning work by the Kentucky pitching staff. The bottom of the 8th, drama continues in Motown. We are tied at 8. Here's what Kentucky fans think are going to happen. We're going to hit a home run, and then 3 outs. Then
2
thumbs
thumbs
up,
up,
and we go on to the regional final.
Yeah. Well, they packed in here. Kentucky Big Blue Nation traveled well. They came into the Lions' Den. They were lined up here before game 1 this afternoon, the West Virginia faithful, and they have shown out in a big way tonight.
Here's Caden Cloud, 1 for 3. Takes a strike. Reese Bassinger got a huge double play to start the 7th, and that followed a 6-pitch 6th. He's only allowed 1 hit since he entered, but he did allow 2 inherited runners to score. 1-1.
I like what Bassinger has been doing, fastball especially into the righties to set up that big breaking ball, which has been extremely effective in his relief outing tonight.
And that's a pitch that Cloud has had issues with over the course of the season. Top quadrant of the zone for a strike. Caden Cloud is only hitting 161 against breaking balls. Lumsden waits for it. 1 down. What breaks this game? What breaks this tie?
Well, it feels like a mistake, right? Some sort of physical thing that is transpired. I mean, we saw it right from the get-go here. Both sides have shot themselves in the foot multiple different ways. It's allowed extra opportunities for the opposing offenses. And so who makes the first mental and or physical error in the field?
Oh, and Jenkins drove into Paris last time up. A lot of off-speed stuff from Reese Bassinger. And the fastball runs inside. Got him on the jersey. All it has to do is catch a thread. And another hit batter.
Number 5 tonight. 4th different guy that's been hit.
They came in 7th in the nation in HBPs.
Yeah.
I couldn't even see it. It was on the back side of the jersey.
He saw it, whistled. Well, another break. Extra outs. Kentucky has thrived in these situations all year long.
Back to the top of the order, Tarnish, runner on the move. The throw down is wide, and a fantastic play by Kresser to save that one from going into center field.
Here we go again. Yesterday, it was the 9th inning, a critical stolen base to get into scoring position by Tarnish. would eventually come around to score tonight. Maybe the most unlikely guy.
Yeah, that's catcher-on-catcher crime right there. It's only the 5th stolen base for Jenkins all year. Tapper to third. Jenkins is going to advance. No play at first. Everybody's safe. Swinging bunt for Jace Tarnish, and Kentucky's in business with 2 on.
Well, Tyrus Hall did the right thing by eating it there. That's do or die. That's off the run. You got to be so quick with it. Smart decision to eat it.
I wonder if the worry about the running game cost Hall a step in that scenario.
Could have been. Well, as it stands, Steve Sabins has got to be utterly thrilled with what Bassinger just gave him right there. 3+ of shutout relief to this point. There is action in the West Virginia bullpen.
West Virginia hosting for the 2nd time since 2019, only the 3rd time overall. And they're indeed, I believe, going to make a pitching change. Carson Estridge is waiting for the final notice. And Saban says, I'm going to stick with my man.
He's earned it.
All right, well, that meeting was probably more about the Kentucky run game. They've got Tyler Bell at the plate, who's top MLB prospect, but we know Kentucky wants to put pressure on him. So what do they do now with Tarnish, one of the best base runners in the game at first? You just let him go to second?
A couple of ideas here, okay? And this is probably the discussion that Nick Mingione's having, is first of all, it would be great to eliminate the double play. Tarnish, I mean, as good a guy as you can have to be able to get it up to second base to eliminate that possibility. Outside of that, you know that Bassinger has wanted to throw a lot of breaking balls.
All right, so let's play it forward. If they give him second, that opens up first. You could walk Bell, load the bases, and be a double play away from getting out of trouble.
Totally agree.
It's going to put a lot of pressure on everybody. You said it when this inning started. The way this game has been played and the pressure on both sides feels like the pressure is going to burst somebody's pipe.
So, again, you've got a veteran on the mound. Bassinger has been here before. You got your stud in Gavin Kelly, who's been a fortress behind the plate. You got to have confidence if you're Steve Saban. Say, I'm going to leave my guy in there because I feel he's the right man for the moment.
They'll keep Tarnish near the bag. Here's my second question. Jenkins is the runner at third. If and when Tarnish goes, does Jenkins break for home?
Try and get in a rundown could be possible.
Or just try to pull off the double steal. A hit batter will load the bases anyway.
Well, scratch all of that. It won't matter. Count them up now. 6th hit by pitch. 5 different Wildcats. And Tyler Bell, the latest. It's all set up for Luke Lawrence, who we didn't even know might be able to go after taking a hit by pitch off the kneecap yesterday.
He doubled home a run in the 2nd. Mountaineers have turned 2 double plays already today. A third gets him out of trouble. The runner at third is Owen Jenkins. He was hit by a pitch to start the inning. Then Jace Tarnish delivered a swinging bunt single, followed by Tyler Bell being plunked. Lawrence drives it to right. It gets 1 run home. Tarnish will be stopped at third. Kentucky reclaims the lead on a first pitch single by Luke Lawrence.
What a clutch swing right there. He was looking dead red. Backspins it right over Kresser at second. And it was hit so hard, you had to freeze to make sure that Kresser didn't make an unbelievable catch. The lead back with Big Blue.
Lawrence limited from a mobility standpoint. It looks like they're going to lift him for a pinch runner. And Cameron Owens will replace him at first.
And the idea here, and I'm sure there's adrenaline coursing through those veins, so he probably looked like he could stay in. But with Kentucky being the home team, now you're looking for the extra insurance runs. So Cam Owens now pinch runs in the designated hitter spot for Luke Lawrence.
They're going to make a move and go to the left-hander with lefty Hudson Brown coming to the plate. Brown has reached base safely 3 times and also reached on an error. 1 run already in. Kentucky back in front by 1. They are the home team in this one with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Well, Kentucky has battled back in this game, never said quit. Jenkins was hit by a pitch with 1 out, just grazed the jersey. Tarnish had a swinging bunt to move him over. Then Tyler Bell was hit by a pitch to load him up. That's when Luke Lawrence came through with a line drive single to push a go-ahead run across here in the home half of the 8th inning.
Back and forth, and the teammates appreciative of Lawrence gutting it out. As yesterday, it took a while for him to get up after taking 97 to kneecap, but he stands as the hero at the moment. Ben McDonald, the senior on, left-hander, trying to keep this to a 1-run deficit for West Virginia in the bottom of the 8th.
But Brown has reverse splits. He's hit lefties really well this season, and a first pitch fastball's in for a strike. He's hitting .420 with an OPS of 1232 against lefties. 5 home runs, 2 of them have come against southpaws. Wow. Kelly held it for extra inspection. A.J. Wendell didn't see a strike.
I would have wanted that one if I'm Ben McDougal.
Elite speed at third and Tarnish. Ground ball gets through. 1-run home. Here comes the second. Tyler Bell scores, and Kentucky has found some breathing room here in the 8th.
Ben McDougal had not surrendered a hit to a left-handed batter with runners in scoring position all year. That is the first, and it is a massive one as the Wildcats can exhale slightly. Now a 3-run advantage for Big Blue.
Here's Ethan Hindle. Cats starting to feel it with a 3-run lead in the 8th. What a roller coaster ride this has been.
Jeez. We've had a little bit of everything, and we still got the 9th.
Brown's 4 for 6 on the bases. Remember, the pinch runner Owens is at third. We'll see if Nick Mingione keeps the throttle down with 2 on and 1 out. And a squeeze. Here comes Owens. He is out at the plate. Kentucky is out of challenges. Nick Mingione has no recourse here.
Wow. Cameron Owens trying to find a little back-end real estate here. It's just an even better play, but McDougal, all he can do is the glove shovel. One more look at it right here. Does he get the arm and the hand through? Wow. I think he gets there.
So here's where you get some wiggle room on reviews. Kentucky's out of challenges, but the officials can go and challenge on their own. It's a gray area. If they think they miss it and it was obvious, then they can go look at it.
how the hand looks like it's touching white before I see the glove touch the pants.
I agree with you, but if you're out of challenges, you can request a review, but they have no reason to grant it. And a home plate umpire, A.J. Wendell, is right on top of the plate. And he is staring it down.
Again, glove, does it make contact? There's the touch right there. It didn't see glove touching pants.
By a fingertip, one way or another.
And think of this, that's the pinch runner for Luke Lawrence. Is that the difference right there of him being in or not? Nick Mingione said difference of a run may come down to it. How big would this additional one be for the Wildcats?
It's already a 3-run 8th for Kentucky. And the difference in this would be a 4-run advantage and only 1 out still. And that's coming with Braxton Cleve due to the plate. Van Cleve, excuse me. There's the replay control room. This is exactly what they're looking at. That's the feed from the control room. And we can see what they are using to try to adjudicate this replay review.
Man, again, call on the field too. You know, thinking about where you are. Taking some time too, man. Call on the field is out.
How about the boldness of putting that play on if you're Nick Mingione?
Force the defense. If you make that play,
After review, the call stands. The runner is out.
So 2 down, and what a fantastic play by McDougal and by Kelly to get the tag after the review. Call stands.
I mean, you practice that in the fall, in the spring, for these situations that just played out. Difference of a 4-run lead to 3, incredibly huge.
Remember, the regional final last year in Clemson was a 13-12 West Virginia win. That also was a roller coaster ride all night. Winner moves into the regional final tomorrow night. The loser will take on Wake Forest at noon tomorrow. Way back in the first inning, Braxton Van Cleve hit a 2-run home run, his 6th of the year.
Feels like we played a whole other game since then.
I concur.
Good fastball there. McDougal, again, just trying to extend a little bit of the zone and force Van Cleve to roll over a bit. Infield and shaded again heavily to the right.
By the way, that regional final in Clemson last year, Kentucky was at 12-7 in the top of the 8th. West Virginia scored 6 in the bottom of the 8th. Get off the mat and win the game and advance to Baton Rouge in the Super. 3-1 to Van Cleve. Popped him up. Gravlin. And that closes the Kentucky half of the 8th. West Virginia trailing by 3. 3 outs to go. Gravlin, Guzman, and Kresser due up as Kentucky has reclaimed the lead with an emotional 8th inning as they send 8 to the plate. Down to the wire in Motown. Well, the Kentucky fans, at least one in particular, Scuba, predicted this. They said, we're going to score, then we're going to get 3 outs, and we're going to send you home. First pitch swinging, he's popped out of play by Matthew Gravlin. Bennett trying to close this thing out. He entered in the 6th inning, so this is his 4th inning of work. Remember, West Virginia is the visiting team, so we're in the top of the 9th here, even though this is their home ballpark. Gravlin 0 for 4. West Virginia has just 2 wins this season when trailing after 8 innings. April 4th against UCF and April 24th on the road at Cincinnati.
Wow. Well, got to just find your leader here early. Get some traffic. Incredible efficiency from Bennett here in these 3+ innings of relief, though.
Line drive into the corner, hooking foul.
Well, if anyone can do it in postseason play, that man knows how to do it. Mentioned that 8th inning last year in Clemson. Plenty of guys on this team remember it, were part of it.
They have turned into postseason rivals. West Virginia went to the Lexington Regional a couple of years ago. Camped out in the dorms for the weekend. No room at the inn. 1-2 now to Gravlin. Bennett threw 4 innings his last time out. That was in the Arkansas series to close at the last regular season series of the year. He got 12 outs for the first time all season. And now they're asking the same of him to do it in back-to-back appearances. One-two to Gravlin.
It's a great AB right now. Again, just full battle mode right now, just trying to be the leader on base to get this rally going.
Remember, it was a 6-run 8th in the regional final for West Virginia last year against Kentucky. Slow roller. Here's Hall. Scoops it up. Took it away from the shortstop. Threw it wide. It's an infield single to start the 9th inning for Matthew Gravlin. Should that have been Tyler Bell's play?
I mean, he's coming across, and you see them talking about it right now. Where's the route? Kind of cuts him off at the pass. I don't know. Even if Bell gets there, do they get him by a step? Maybe. But there is your leader. Anyway, anyhow, West Virginia with some life to start the 9th.
It is a 3-run cushion for Kentucky. And that being the case, it was also a 6-run lead to start this game. Folks at Stefano's are wondering if we're going to keep our reservation tonight. This has turned into a lengthy one.
Indeed.
Adcock getting loose. We saw him yesterday.
Good changeup again. Bennett's had a great 3-pitch mix tonight. And for the left-handers for West Virginia, they have yet to really figure out how to put that changeup in play.
Couple of hits for Guzman tonight. He was the hero last year. Fastball away, 2-1.
I'll tell you what's surprising by the numbers. The changeup from Bennett, a .467 average against. This is by far his best effort with that pitch this year.
Three and one.
Well, tying run on deck, this could be it. It's been a valiant effort, getting close to the 50 pitch mark, but it's the up and down, it's the leverage.
Missed. Ball 4, 2-1. Tying run coming to the plate.
Are we going to see Clemson all over again? It's not the biggest, not the bigger deficit that we saw last year, but kind of got the makings of, here we go, middle to bottom of the lineup, just trying to extend it, trying to get some traffic. Nothing easy tonight for either side.
We saw Adcock relieve Jelkin yesterday in the Wake Forest game. He ended up getting the win.
I'm surprised here.
Thought they'd go to him. Kresser's got a couple of sacrifices. He is 0 for 2. Two home runs on the season. In for a strike.
I'll be honest, you can go back to it. You got to go a little bit farther off, or if you come back with a changeup, it better be down. Now if you're Kresser, even count, still can think opposite field approach with the shift on to the left side. Feel like you might have been looking for something other than the heat. And now you got to really dig deep if you're Kresser here.
Comebacker to second for 1. On to first. Wow! A double play. 1-4-3. And Guzman is slow to get up at second.
Unbelievable job. Jack Bennett did not rush anything. Good footwork. Make sure you got the grip. And then what a turn from Hindle to get the twin killing.
Mountaineers down to their last out, down by 3. The runner at third, Gravelin, is inconsequential at this point. This is Ben Lumsden. He has homered in consecutive postseason games in a slow roller, and it's booted at third. Caden Cloud can't pick it up. West Virginia still has life as Gravelin comes home to score.
And not only that, the tying run will come to the plate. Physical errors tonight and just the game speeding up. Man, routine ground ball, and Cloud knew it. You envision it all spring. I want it hit to me with the game on the line in a regional with a chance to punch our ticket to a regional final. Life still for the Mountaineers here in Morgantown.
Weird things happen under a full moon. It's like this entire game has been played under a full moon. Tyrus Hall's spot in the order is due up. They're going to have a pinch hitter. Representing the tying run.
Zahir Barjam. What a spot for the freshman. Barjam, top prep shortstop in South Carolina from the Dominican Republic. And before we see him, we'll see Nick Mingione to the mound.
They also have a pinch runner, Maxwell Melessa, at first. Mingione trying to rally the troops and fire them up. They've got to recover from the error by Cloud, his 7th of the season. That was a quick visit. He likely said, we got one more. We got this in us.
Moves and counter moves.
Zahir Barjam, 276 with 3 driven in this year. Breaking ball just off the plate, 1-0.
Trying to take advantage of a freshman here, maybe being anxious. Like the off speed there. If you're Barjam, see it up. Don't go chasing.
That one catches the edge, 1-1. So breaking ball away, then a fastball away.
I mean, it's just been the changeup for him. Usually after that, you have him now in between. What's your go-to?
Changeup has been significant tonight for Bennett.
One count. I'm not as big on the breaking ball, especially with the outing tonight. I would have either come back with the heater.
All right, play it forward. What about 2-1?
Now you can come with a change now if you want.
1 out away from advancing to the regional final for Kentucky. Swing and a miss at 90, 2-2.
Well, if you're going to throw it 2-2, you'll probably throw it 3-2. Whatever you're most convicted in right here for Bennett.
Zahir Barjam, true freshman at the plate. And he pops it out of play.
Infield priority here. Keep it in front of you. Deep breaths if you're Jack Bennett.
Barjam chance to play the hero. And he pops it up, shallow left center, Bell back, Hanson in, and Kentucky survives in a back and forth affair after blowing a 6-run lead. The Cats come back to win this thing 11-9 thanks to a 3-run 8th inning. And Big Blue Nation is just 1 win away from advancing to the Super Regionals.
Incredible effort. Haymakers back and forth early, having to overcome mental and physical mistakes. But Kentucky, late inning heroics yesterday. They do it again tonight, and 1 win away from punching their ticket back to the Super Regionals.
It wasn't pretty. 20 runs combined on 21 hits and 4 errors. Hit batters and walks, allowed a lot of traffic. It was a high-stress game on both sides. Kentucky tomorrow at 5 Eastern will play for a chance to win the regional. They'll take on the winner of the elimination game between 2-seed Wake Forest and 1-seed West Virginia. Our Capital One rewarding performance belongs to Luke Lawrence, playing on a gimpy knee. He comes through with 2 hits, including a 2nd inning double that drove in a run, and the big one in the 8th inning with the bases loaded. And Lawrence, playing hurt, delivers for Kentucky. NCAA regionals continue. We'll get to Starkville before the night is over here on the SEC Network. But before then, Peter Burns will get you prepared and recap this one. 11-9. Kentucky wins an absolute thriller. We'll see you tomorrow at noon for Wake and West Virginia. Good night, everybody.